To which we welcome all, talking shit, spitballing and busting your balls. We all love Star Wars, the uniting cause, but as long as you love Lego, it ain't breaking no laws. We got guests, clock talking random topics, leaks, rumors, hot takes like psychotropics, lane breakings, and of course all the latest gossip. What's your wish list? What's it gonna take to cop? Let's do a roll call of our illustrious host, hailing stateside in UK, coast to coast. Paddle on the dawn shuffles in, packing the cake, all stiff for us, stiff while he making it shake. Most vengeance here to send us back to 99. Oaktown, always down, letting love light shine. Hailing from the Emerald Isle comes Slurpy ho-ho, pot of gold at the rainbow, stop motion maestro. West Country Whittakee, thespian by night. Murphy Bucks the boys try to guess it right. Cool Han with the plan, talks the head of the pay. Cyril and Biff, Welsh Dragon, see you all at the range. So wrap this up a quick, let's get the show started. Comments in the chat, even replay gets harder. Make yourself known, so we can shout you all out. Cool Hang Luke, check it out, come see what it's about. Cool Hang Luke, cool Hang Luke. We about to blast off like we dropping a note. Cool Hang Luke, cool Hang Luke. Rock your head to these beats like you were Sir Bill. Cool Hang.
Hear ye, hear ye. His Lordship, Nimble of the Saucepan, will be joined in arms by the good wizard Majisto of the workshop, as well as trusty knight of the realm, Sir Slurpington, and oafish servant, Cool Han The Jester. Come one, come all, for this menagerie of buffoonery and brave quest to seek out the ultimate fearless champion minifigure of thine kingdom. Doo-doo-doo-doo. That's the best I can do in terms of a trumpet.
Mate, that was superb.
Oh. Right, let's get rid of this.
That was superb.
Yeah, I wanted to like create some kind of music and everything, but I just didn't have enough time, mate. I killed myself trying to get all this stuff together, but the show will still be good. So we got a nice background, courtesy of Lego, even though it doesn't really work because unless I kind of do.
I'm like a wolf pack if I bend
Yeah,
down.
I was gonna say if I kind of do this, does that work for everybody at home? But yeah, I just thought it'd be a bit more colourful and vibrant. If we move us to the side, then we should be able to see it. There you go. It's yeah. They only give you one. You can download these for free off Lego, but they only give you one version of this picture. The others were like a little bit more boring, I guess. But I have used them as much as I can in the stream. So
it's a lovely background, isn't it?
Yeah, nice and crisp as well. Nice, crisp and clean, like so.
Yeah, we're not used to that here, are we?
Cobbled old shit we're not used to. But look, apologies to everybody. There was a little bit of confusion, a little bit of lateness, a little bit of technical difficulty around the first stream. And then, of course, I'd forgotten to set this one up as 8 o'clock. Just so much has been going on, and I've been working some ridiculous hours in work and trying to do a lot. Unfortunately, I think none of the guys could support me with this one because they had their own things going on. So I was literally everything you see for the stream. I pretty much did myself. However, I will give a quick shout out to Nimble because he did spend a lot of time going through and choosing some characters for us to put in this championship battle later on. But no, it was, you know, the amount of stuff that goes into you don't realize is just, you know, getting all these pictures and uploads and stuff like that. So I'm going to be popping some bits and pieces on throughout the stream, particularly when Slurpy gets here, so you guys can keep call out the chat and do all that. I'm going to have to update the banners because the guy who's normally in charge of the banners dropped the ball. He had one job.
Martin.
But yeah, so yeah, it's a castle theme. You know, it's going to be we're going to get medieval on your asses. But generally it's, you know, it's kind of castle theme, or what Lego deems as castle theme. So you might see some things in there, particularly if you're like me and you're like, wait a sec, what the hell's that got to do with, you know, castles and you know, British history? And the answer is it doesn't. It's just that I think they kind of ran out of different knights and stuff, and they just decided to start throwing in mystical creatures and characters from like thousands of years before castles existed, and you know, random characters from other countries and stuff. So but it all comes into the castle umbrella. And I actually kind of called Nimble out on this, so I kind of owe him an apology as well, because I was like, yeah, none of this shit is really castle, because I was only looking at them collect the minifigures. And it wasn't until I went into the actual castle theme and started digging deep that I was like, wait, these goblins and these trolls and these dwarves and these Vikings are actually classed as castle as well, for whatever reason. So, but yeah, like I said, I think for most people, they see it as fantasy, you know, because for me, it's not fantasy. When you start adding in all this random stuff, it's like, what the hell? It doesn't make any sense, but I won't go into that here. But we have got a guest tonight, the legendary Majisto's Workshop. And if you don't already, please make sure you subscribe to him on his YouTube, where he does some fantastic videos, and he does some mocks that he releases as well and things like that. He'll talk a little bit more about that when he comes on the show later or shortly. But the links for both his Instagram and YouTube are below. And for the YouTube in particular, you can hit that link and subscribe without having to stop watching us, because I've tested it and it works. Unless you're watching on the big screen, which is great. So hi, everybody's family, if you're watching on the big screen. But if you're on your phone, yeah, you can go to the description, click the link, subscribe to him. And of course, you can do the same with myself, with Nimble, Whittakee, Slurpy as well. So please do that when you get a chance. But yeah, he's over on Instagram as well. So he'll be coming in. He'll be talking a little bit about, you know, his story. But this time we decided we were going to do something a little bit different to what we've previously done before, where we've got a guest, a different theme to just the usual Star Wars, and we've got some interactive bits for you guys at home in terms of something that you can kind of vote on. So the poll is going to be going nuts tonight. So get those fingertips.
It's Poll City, baby.
It's going to be Poll City. But yeah, get your fingertips at the ready, because we're going to start throwing out some polls for you guys very soon, and some of them will be very limited in time as well. So yeah, so what we're going to do in total is I'll go through in a sec. Slurpy's just entered the chat. We're going to someone's going to have to do the Rhinestone Cowboy as well. And while they're doing that, I can try and get this bloody bracket thing sorted.
I don't mind reading them out, but I cannot pull them up.
Yeah.
Hello.
There he is. There he is.
Man,
Apologize.
the myth.
Shirker.
I forgot what you look like.
I had cool Han issues. Oh my god, I had to reinstall Windows on my computer. What a mess.
You had to put a new spud in the oven.
Well, lads.
That don't get old, that one, does it?
No.
I love it, hey. I mean, look at my name, Sir Potato.
I can't remember what did I put for mine.
Cool
Oh,
hand.
Cool
Jester.
Hand, yeah.
That's a good one.
But yeah, I'm gonna get this shuffled now, guys. So Slurpy, can I hand over to you? I've basically told the guys out there what's cracking. We got a lot of people watching, so we've probably got some of Majisto's guys. And I've cranked it up a little bit on the promotion for this one, so we got to keep them happy. So I just got to finish this brackets thing, and I got to throw a few more images up for our picks, which I've put together. Mm-hmm. Are you okay to call out the chat and hit that music and everything with Nimble?
Yeah, let's see if I can get this tune going. The best song ever.
The coolest cool game.
Rhinestone Whittakee, but he's not here.
Play something else in if you want, mate. I don't care.
No, I'll play this. Torture the audience. Can everyone hear it?
It's low, but I can hear it. Yeah.
I can hear it.
That's us now. That's us now. 10 minutes in, hey, to episode 61 of the Cool Hang Look Show. Alright. I've never done this before. What's up, Liam? How are you? Down under.
Well done on your first stream, Liam.
Oh, happy days. Congrats, lad. Papa Trip, what's up? Hope the stock car race is going well this day. There's Papa Rex, what is up, man? He's kind of polluted the chat here with some comments, too. Sarah, how are you? Hope all's well. There's MatteBlackBricks back again. It's good seeing kind of some more of the newer familiar names about too. Smoky Smokes. Hope all's well with you. Here's another Izzy. El Mayo. Floating about. My California brother, Oaktown. Hola, mi amigo. Oh, what? Nimble! He's in the chat. What the? How's he in two places at once?
The GOAT.
King of England. Order 66. What's up? How are you doing? And then the wizard himself, Majisto's workshop. What time's he appearing on at? Is there a sketch time or?
Cool Hand told him half 8.
A bit. Oh, speaking of, he's just arrived.
Ooh.
Ultra, how are you? Look at this Skyver here, Whittakee. Couldn't be bothered coming in today. Heard I was coming back, and he's like, "No thanks."
Farting Martin.
Lego Team B. So Pink Wheels. Let's go through. Oh, how could I forget Motley? Like, happy days. Good to see him. Luke, what's up, man? Hope all's well. Nereyan 887. Oh, there's a new name. Hope they,
Not for us, mate. Not for us.
No. Oh.
Well, you've been
What?
starving for a couple of weeks.
Oh, what a mess. I hate technology. Anyway, thanks everyone for commenting so far. I continue to pollute the chat. We need more engagement.
Yeah, don't forget to slash the like button as well, everybody. I mean, 21 watching, 19 likes.
Oh, there.
We can do better than
Something
that.
else. Should we introduce the main man?
Yes.
He's here.
Yeah.
Who wants
Over
to?
to you, Nimble.
So, everybody, meet the man, the myth, the legend. He's the magical owner of that famous workshop. Meet Majisto, everybody.
Hello. How we doing?
Hello, how are you doing?
He's missing a hat.
I am missing the hat. Yeah, that's the only part of the attire that didn't come through the mail. But yeah,
You look like Cool Hand's future.
yeah,
Next
probably.
week.
Yeah. It's not far off, actually.
That's
Yeah.
a cracking beard, Madge.
Thank you. It goes everywhere. Like it's just all over the place. It's horrible to be fair, but yeah, it works. It works, I guess. So
Yeah, I was going to say you end up ingesting most of those hairs probably as well.
yeah,
do you?
yeah. My
Right.
mouth is full. I can't drink at the moment, So yeah, I just crack on as it is for now. I'll take it off in a minute. So yeah, we're all good. We're all good.
No, superb effort, and thanks for coming on. It's it's probably been a long time coming. You've been in and out of the chat for a long time, and me and you, we've been we sort of started our Lego journeys at a similar sort of time, didn't we? I remember when we both sort of starting off and we were showing each other our workspaces and what we had going on, and then boom, months later you're on like 3,000 followers, and you're smashing it, mate. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck in and hopefully get the chat a bit more introduced and welcomed to what you have to offer for this Lego community, mate.
Well, thank you for the invite. I know you've been trying to get me on the show. I know Cool Han has been trying to get me on the show. Even Slurpy has been trying to get me on the show. So yeah, it's nice to finally be here. I know you're maybe not the most castle lot, let's say, but I know you do appreciate the castle bits and bobs. So yeah, looking forward to the good time ahead. And yeah, I think I'm going to drop the beard because it really is just going everywhere, literally. So yeah, if you don't mind, let's do a big reveal, for our little YouTube community and whatnot. And that's me, essentially just a bloke with a beard. I essentially look like Han, but just without the ginger part.
Wait, so
superb effort.
So is this a first face reveal as well for you?
It is, yeah, it is. It's historical.
Wow.
You can claim it on your show. It's absolutely historical, yeah. And I can have a victorious sip of tea.
Yeah, we got a couple under our belt now, but this is quite a big one, in fairness.
There's been quite a lot of face reveal cherry pops on this show, isn't there?
Cherry pops.
Oh my god.
It's got a good history of getting people to show themselves for the first time, so it's great.
Yeah.
But now, have you managed to sort out any banners, Mark, or do you want me to just get stuck in, mate?
I haven't been able to concentrate on the banners because I'm still trying to get this thing up and running. But if you our usual thing is with a guest, we just talk a little bit about there's history with Lego, a little bit about yourself and where you're from, but your history with Lego, kind of, did you have a dark age? When did you start? What did you kind of buy? And then just kind of, taking us up without going into like too much detail, obviously, but just taking us up to kind of now and your presence on social media and that kind of thing.
Right. So back in September 1988. No, I'm joking. So essentially, my journey started kind of in the very early 90s. I've been born in 1988, so early 90s. One of my first Lego sets. It was a tiny Blacktron set. I can't remember the number, but it was a little rover. I do remember that. Just one minifigure. It was absolutely tiny, but it served the purpose of getting me into Lego. And then just kind of, I don't want to say fell in love with it because it's kind of cheesy, but it did. I did keep Lego and keep collecting Lego for quite a while. Then the Dark Ages hit at about, coincidentally, by the way, with the theme of the channel, I've stopped collecting Lego at about in early 2000s, just about when Star Wars, the first wave hit. I still remember getting a couple of the first wave sets, but then after that, I just kind of went on to other things, started playing guitars, and whatnot, and just sold all my collection. That was fun, which I do regret till this day. But at the same time, I've rebuilt the collection in even greater numbers, so I'm still happy with that. And then I came back to Lego at about, I would say, 2015-ish. So a good 15-year period where, Castle in the meantime was wiped out. It ceased to exist. So, that was a bit of a shame because I started rebuying the old sets that I always wanted, or the ones that I had. And as you know, the prices on the aftermarket at the time and up until now are just horrific. So, and kind of, ventured to other themes. I'm a massive Star Wars geek, but I never really considered buying Star Wars because, it's the budget wouldn't cope with that. So, the IP is the IP sets are fairly expensive, and I know if I would buy a couple of sets, I just wouldn't stop. So I'm kind of limiting myself currently to to all the castle stuff and castle related stuff. I think a couple of people in the chat mentioned D&D. I'm very fond of D&D. Hope Lego does more with those. I kind of focus on my Instagram journey. I started just about a year ago. a year and a half maybe, just about when Nimble did, as he said. We kind of had the initial chats, about his bluestone, and about his attic/loft situation, for all you Brits out there. And here I am, a year and a half later, still kicking. I like to think, still pushing out some various quality content, I would say. But yeah, still here, still kicking, and things are going well, I like to think.
It's always good to hear someone's backstory, and one thing for me that always interests me is like Dark Ages, because I myself had one, and it just intrigues me to hear the people who may not have ever had a Dark Age, and they're a Lego fan the whole time, because it's like yourself and missing out on some Lego sets, and then have to go back and rebuy the ones that you missed out on, or ones that you had previously and got rid of. It costs an arm and a leg, doesn't it? So I'm very jealous of the people who may still own sets from when they were a kid. And a lot of people in the chat as well have been talking about, some of the older castle stuff, and saying how they've had to get rid of it, or just got rid of it years and years ago when they weren't bothered about it. And I bet that happens a lot with castle sets in particular, because like you mentioned, it went off radar completely for a long period. And it's just great with Lego Castle that it's still got its diehards like yourself who will just live and breathe Lego Castle, and it sort of needs people like yourself to push the agenda so that Lego finally realise and give it that new wave. Because I think, and I touched on it a little bit earlier, where I reckon there's a lot of Lego fans out there who, even though they may not own Lego Castle, they would always admire it. So I think a Lego Castle wave in the future would be, I think it'd just boom. I really do think it'd boom. So it's just, it's always good to hear a Castle enthusiast. And one thing as well, which I wanted to touch up on, was, we started out similar time, and, we were talking about our workspace and stuff. And one thing I probably never asked you is what actually pushed you to make a separate social media account for Lego? Because there is a lot of Lego fans out there who aren't as into Lego as much as all of us who have dedicated accounts for it. So yeah, I just want to hear what pushed you to branch out and make your own social media.
Good question, really. So I've got a background in marketing and in graphic design. So I thought, just keeping things separate, and focusing solely, and building kind of that engagement, from day one on a separate account. I thought that would make sense. Doing things on my private account, I just wouldn't see a niche for it there, because it's just my friends there, So yeah. I don't feel like many of my friends share the passion. I've got a couple, to be fair, but not many really share the passion, as probably is with most of you guys in the chat and in the stream. So yeah, I just thought, it's better for engagement, better for reaching that wider audience, and just going full out.
Yeah. It's I have to agree. It's nice to have a page dedicated to Lego, just to be able to communicate and post things which it's only going to reach people who are engaged. A lot of us, we do forget sometimes that we do have a real life outside of Lego, and so social media always intrigued me, because I think a lot of us will all share that opinion. One thing as well, which you started to venture on, and you've made some fantastic videos, and I remember talking about it with you, and we were both sort of pushing each other to get into YouTube. It's like, what do you post on YouTube for those who might not have seen it? And I know you've got something in the pipeline as well, so it'd be good to hear about that too.
Yeah, so my YouTube journey has been a bit up and down, up to now at least. I kind of treated it like, you know, the second child that you don't really love. You love it, but not in the same way as Instagram for some reason. It's probably the lack of engagement, I imagine, you know. So I started YouTube at about 6 months ago this year. And it was okay. I've had some decent engagement. You know, I've done some Bricklink Designer Program reviews, which was very cool at the time. You know, it did engage with a couple of the actual designers that, you know, that I've reviewed the sets for.
Yeah.
So that was cool. But then kind of it fell off a little bit, probably because you know, the content wasn't as original. I imagine it was after that I've done one, maybe two reviews of sets. One was Lego, one was non-Lego. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's been a bit up and down. But as you said, and thanks for actually shouting that out, I do have a couple of things in the pipeline. I've got a bit of a plan now, and a bit of a schedule to go by with. So yeah, there's going to be more happening on YouTube in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, and even next year. Yeah, in the next couple of weeks at least, the thing on my right here is going to be showcased in a very funny way. So yeah, expect that. A bit more classic Lego, not necessarily castle as well, but you know, I want to focus on other things than castle, and just not limit myself to castle, as I kind of do on Instagram. Yeah.
Well, it's brilliant to hear what you're working on, and I won't force you into dropping any leaks or anything like that. But you know, I'm sure, like myself, I'm really excited to see what you have and when you're ready to publish it. But as well as you mentioned, you don't want to be as 100% Lego Castle on YouTube, and you want to venture into other stuff. I know it's very classic Lego for you, and some of the bits I see you posting on Instagram and sharing, you're heavily into your classic space as well. Am I right? And I know Slurpy is a big space fan too. So,
oh yeah,
I don't know, Matt, if you have any questions for Madge, and yeah, because with space, I know zilch. I know that the blue character is called Benny, and that's as far as it's ever going to get.
that's all you need to know.
That's as far as
You did watch the movie. That's fair. Okay.
He's a real fan.
Yes.
Because I would see you share a lot of like space retro builds and stuff like that on Instagram, like, you know, kind of remakes. Like, I think it's like digital remakes and stuff like that, or like older sets.
On Instagram, I mostly build in Bricklink Studio, not actual physical builds. That gives me, you know, a bit more flexibility, I guess, you know, and a bit more options, because, you know, you're not really limited to the bricks that you've got to hand. But I do like to rebuild those in actual physical sets, which I will be posting on YouTube next year probably. I want to showcase a couple of those. And yeah, we do have, so me and a couple of other designers on Instagram, Glatmox, BFG Audiophile. I'm definitely going to miss someone out here. Retro Space Coat and Nevis Blacktron Designer. We do run a little sub theme called Space Meets Castle. So we do kind of mashups of classic castle and classic space themes, which, you know, for anyone interested, go and check those accounts for, or just check the hashtag Space Meets Castle. It's something you've definitely not seen before. It's quite mad sometimes. But yeah, to kind of, you know, wrap it up on the YouTube side and on space side, I am going to do Aquazone in the next couple of weeks. So I've got the majority of the sets here just next to me. Aqua Sharks, Aquazone. So yeah, going to be focusing on those. Then probably going to go into like Western maybe. I've got a couple of sets to do from that theme as well. And yeah, we'll see what comes next. I've got a few sets to go through, so we'll have a look.
Brilliant. It's again, it's when being involved in so many other themes, and it gets so costly, doesn't it, if you buy in like sets from different themes, especially some of the older stuff. So away from like social media and stuff, like actual physical Lego, what mainly do you look to buy? Is what sort of like ratio is it from like castle, space? I know you said like you now just sticking to castle, but has it always been like that, or is that just a more recent decision?
Well, not really, because this came in the mail today. So Slurpy,
Right.
you're probably going to have some
Yeah.
some love for this. So it's Explorians from the 90s. It's their biggest, well, not the biggest set, but it's the base. That's quite cool. On
That's
things
right
like
before
that,
Insectoids, isn't it? Like that's that theme right before.
yeah, exactly.
I got a few of them, and they're strange. Like I find that, but they're really cool.
I think most of the classic space were just had something off about them. You can't really pinpoint what it is, but there's something always off, like a little detail that you really think, what the hell were they doing there?
They're kind of they're kind of like some of the, especially like Insectoids, but even like some of the Blacktron stuff, like low key ugly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ugly was the theme. I really don't get people that rave about these like really classic space sets. I mean pre-Blacktron, like just blue and gray stuff.
Oh,
I mean, okay, I appreciate them, but still, I don't feel it. It's it's not for everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, on at the moment, I'm kind of at the stage of buying anything that I can on the marketplace. I just scan marketplace a couple of times a week. Get whatever I can on a good price, and then I'll probably do a video on it at some point. So it's mostly for content, because my castle collection is quite extensive. I wouldn't be able to showcase it here, but I think I've still got a couple of sets that I want to buy, that I want to tick off the list. But other than that, at the moment, it's kind of everything and anything. I bought the Temple of Anubis Adventurers set yesterday. That's coming through the mail next week as well. So that's coming to YouTube, I imagine. So, but again, it's only for content. I'm not going to be keeping it long term, because I just obviously can't afford it space wise and budget wise. It would just kill me at this stage.
It's always good to hear like how people decide on their Lego collections, because I've seen it quite more frequently now. A lot of people are sort of getting out of the hobby because of how expensive it is, and me myself, I've had to sort of make the decision going forward to try and just stick to Star Wars, because while I've hit my space max, I've got to be a bit more wise with what I'm buying, which it's hard to do. It is very hard to do, but so yeah, it's always good to hear how people ratio buying sets and what they prefer. I suppose with space and castle, I know you're mad into the classic stuff, and modern space gets I don't know if it gets a lot of love, but I'd say it definitely gets more love than modern castle. Would you probably agree with that?
Yes and no. You don't really get modern space these days. It's the odd GWP maybe, and the odd remade set like the Blacktron Renegades, but you don't really get space as such. We did get I think it was this year or last year, we did get the CMF, the space CMF. That was pretty cool, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you didn't get really any sets. Like there was a couple of sets kind of in the city theme, but I don't really class them.
That's what I was leaning towards anyway, because like I said earlier, I've got no clue with space, so I'm sort of just an armchair admirer with it. So
they're both like space and castle, I feel like now are like relegated to icon sets, or we'll throw a castle or a spaceship in like creator or city, and it's like
it's really interesting, because castle gets a lot of love in the Bricklink Designer program. Like undoubtedly, like 80% of the entries are just castle, so you get spammed with anything castle, and then obviously at least one castle set gets chosen for for production. a lot of pirate sets are being have entries for the BDP thingy, but I haven't seen a lot of space ones, to be honest. And
I was surprised with that. Yeah.
And I thought space is kind of at the same level, with I don't want to see OGA falls, but but people who kind of grew up in the 70s, maybe the 80s, maybe the 90s, which classic space would be a big thing for them. I would, and they do show a lot of love to those old sets. You still don't see that in the BDP, so that's quite interesting. I was always wondering where that comes from, but I don't have an answer for it.
I find that strange too, because I would always kind of rank it as like in popularity, like Castle, Space, and then Pirates, and I'm kind of surprised like the complete lack of it. But then maybe a part of it's like, I don't know, Lego do kind of make space sets with like, I don't know, Star Wars or whatever sci-fi license, and then maybe there's like they're kind of put off with that too. Like there's like this kind of, I don't know if it's true, but like Lego can't make space sets because of Star Wars. I don't know how true that is. It's been floated around.
It is possible, maybe not to oversaturate the market. Not sure at this point, to be fair, but yeah, it is a bit concerning, especially that I think there was a poll on the Lego website a couple of years before. I think it was about the Lego Knights, the Lion Knights Castle, and essentially, there was a suggestion which kind of classic set are we going to redo for the Lego fans, and I'm pretty sure it was classic Castle. Well, Castle fans going against space fans, toe to toe, like 1-1. And Castle winning by a slight margin. I may be mixing, the event for it, but I'm pretty sure there was an official poll for Lego, and Castle won over Space with just a slight margin. So that's really interesting that we don't really see that in sets in BDP. Don't really see Space anywhere.
I know Brickset did a poll there for like the best sets of this decade so far. It was like a user poll though, and like number 1 was the Lion Knights Castle, and number 2 was the Galaxy Explorer, and it's like I feel like that's kind of like a good indicator of it. But I just don't like that Lego drip feeds us Castle, or like anything. Like it's just like, just give us
anything classic is. Anything classic currently is just drip feeding, isn't it? Because it's just IPs really, if you think about it, and the odds, cat, mouse, and whatever you want to build from a 3-in-1 set, creator set. So I
think it's because then Lego are very it seems pretty more evident the longer I've become a fan and the more I've delved into the fandom. They seem to care less about fans, and it's more just money in it. So if it's the IPs that are bringing in the money for Lego, then they're just going to heavily stick with that. But again, to like counter argue that, if they went with their own lines like Castle, Space, Ninjago, if they pushed all this stuff heavier, they've got no second fees, they've got no other business to pay off, so all profit's theirs. So that's always been like a question in my own head. Why do they not do it? And I know you were mentioning like Castle is so prevalent and heavy on the Bricklink designer program. Maybe Lego are just not bothered about doing their own Castle stuff because it's mock builders doing it for them. A lot of people are getting their Castle fix through Bricklink designer program, which it's sad to say, but I myself can't see Lego doing a Castle way for a long time, if ever.
Oh man!
I mentioned this briefly earlier too. I don't know what you guys think about this, but are kids in the modern generation less and less of them playing with swords and shields, and it's more about superheroes and blasters? I think that's going to play a big part in it too.
What's the latest character skin in Fortnite or something like that? It's like, what's the latest IP? Like, and it's been like that for quite a while though too. I'm sad because like I don't think the last time we got a Castle theme was 2014. I know Nexo Knights doesn't count for a lot of people. That was like 2017, but it's a kind of, it's actually like a space. To me, it's a space and castle theme. It's like Lego basically being like, go fuck yourselves.
And pirates. Let's not forget about pirates. That's the
2050,
third.
wasn't it? Yeah.
That's the big trio for me. And it's the same. So just drip feeding. I still remember getting. I think I got the Lion Knight's Castle on the year that it was released, and I got a little kind of pack, a little poly bag with just random bits for pirates. So the fact that you just get that instead of actual sets, it just shows. I think Nimble, you hit the nail on the head there. And I was going to do a YouTube video on this, going kind of more into depth, but you're right on the money there. Lego is definitely, in my opinion at least, is definitely not doing like a genuine castle theme for a good while, purely because, as you said, they've got that covered in the BDP. BDP is up to now, it's thriving, it's doing really well for themselves. I think they increased, the production margins as well, so it only shows that that they do what they do it right, at least for Lego. And I think they also took a couple of lessons from the late 90s and early 2000s where they nearly gone bust. And buying, well, kind of incorporating Star Wars as the IP into Lego. It just shows how successful and spectacular that was for them. So I think that's why they want to really kind of treat any of their IPs on the back burner, hence, as you said, they still do their own themes, like like Nexo Knights, as Slurpy mentioned, like Ninjago, as you mentioned. Dreams is doing really well apparently now. As for a Lego IP, I like the theme, and I know it's doing quite well for a non-genuine IP. So yeah, they are doing stuff for themselves, but as you say, it's not even close to the effort that they do it with just regular and genuine IPs. So yeah,
it's sad to me.
Go on, Matt.
No, it's just kind of sad to me. And even though you take like Ninjago, I don't know about Nexo Knights, but like what are other themes? Dreams, Monkey Kid. There's they're like Lego IP, right? But we have to have a TV show attached to it. We have to have a really like low effort comic. Like there has to be more material that the kids can like consume outside of it. Yeah, it almost feels like I see why they're doing it, because it's like, all right, kids are gonna watch the latest Marvel film and then buy a Lego set. We want them to maybe watch the latest Ninjago show and then buy that set too.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't know. Like I do wish they would do just a straight up like 1 or 2 wave castle theme, and like but like would it be titled a not crappy, but like a mid TV show, like just slop, you know what I mean? Like
but at some point like it's gonna look like like a knockoff. Like Lego is gonna look like the Lego theme that they're gonna put on the telly, or in a film. It's gonna look like a knockoff. You know what I mean? Like for example, you mentioned Monkey Kids. Imagine if they do adventurers in this day and age, right? And do a show and whatnot. People are going to slander it, for being a knockoff of the Mummy, of Indiana Jones. What are they doing? Just stick to Indiana Jones instead of doing these, half-assed sets. So yeah, it's sad as you mentioned, but I guess that's just the way to go. And we as fans, especially the classic ones, well, not only the classic ones, but as fans in general, I think we're just getting battered by this, and unfortunately pay the price. Quite literally as well.
Yeah, it's it's going to be a hot topic for a long time, because there's going to be Lego Castle fans for a long time. A lot of us were playing with it as kids, so a lot of us are going to be admiring it from, even if it has to be from afar, for a long time. I suppose if Lego did do a castle wave, let's say January the 1st, what do you think, Madge, should Lego Castle do in the first wave to really hit home and really get the punters in?
CMF. It's a no-brainer. CMF and battle packs. Just do them, purely because it's affordable. So you're not going to get, scalpers on the case. You're not going to get people which will just, essentially scan all the CMF
Yeah.
figs, and pick out the all the ones that they want. We've all done this, so I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. But at the same time, you're going to get, I imagine you would get quite a few sales of these two, and just kind of build up on the success of that, because I believe, if you would slap out a little battle pack with with maybe 2 factions, let's just do the Snake Knight or Serpent Knight or whatever you want to call them, and the Horse Knights. Do a little battle pack, like you do with Star Wars. Maybe do it for 15 quid or 12 quid, whatever you want to do. Slightly less than the ones for Star Wars, because it's not an IP. I imagine they're going to fly off the shelves. That's a no-brainer. And then see where you go from there. In 3 months, because Lego likes to do things quarterly. So in 3 months, do maybe a stable set, like a medium to, well, let's say small to medium set. Then do a slightly bigger set, maybe a port of some kind, or something like that. There's quite a few options there. Maybe a tower, a seed, just the stuff that we've seen already. But obviously, use the bricks that we have today, and use the whatever factions you wanna use. I think again, and then again from a Lego perspective, from a sales perspective, if you think about it, you're going to be rolling out the biggest sets just before Christmas, kind of in September. So again, no brainer. You're building up the hype. You're building up the taste, the hunger for it, and then you're laughing at Christmas with people just buying off whatever castle sets you've got on the shelves left in Asda and Sainsbury's. Yeah.
I think you bang on there with battle packs. I think it's such an easy route for Lego to go if they ever did want to give us a castle wave. We've got to. It's hard to forget. No, it's hard to remember sometimes that Lego adults, and it might be changing a bit more in present times, but kids are probably buying, like, more sets are being bought for kids than they probably are for adults. So battle packs, even like say CMFs. If they started with that, because it's so accessible, it could introduce new kid fans into the theme. And like you say, January they're buying a battle pack, and maybe later down the year they might see a set come out for that battle pack. It might be like a siege, or like, I don't know, like a highway robbery set, or something like that. And then it's just building the taste up. And then the end of the year, oh, Mum, Dad, look, there's a new castle coming out for Christmas. Can I have that? And then you dipping kids' toes into the new theme. I think that's the way Lego should do it if they ever did. The CMF line is, again, that's an obvious, easy route too, because I think, especially with modern CMF lines, when we do get them in January, if they have a castle fig, the castle related fig anyway, always seems to be like the chase figure, the one that's going to be the most expensive, or if not top 2 or 3 of the whole CMF line. So a full-blown castle wave of CMFs would sell like hotcakes, because this yourself, Madge, we're sort of, when it comes to like castle, we're spoiled for choice with Knight. Like, we can make a lot of factions, but when it comes to other castle figs like wizards, peasants, workers in the castle and stuff, there's not as much options. So a customizable CMF line would, I think it'd be fantastic, and definitely the route Lego should go down. But I'm sort of in agreement with you. I don't think it's going to happen soon. I think we'd be more likely to see space return in full flow than castle. But it's it is a big shame. There is a lot of castle fans out there, but I think the key is just kids. There needs to be a push for kids to buy it, and like Slurpy mentioned, it's all about Fortnite these days, Minecraft. Until there's a castle prevalent series or game or TV show, film, whatever, until there's something like that, I just can't see it happening. But sort of going away from Lego Castle in general, do you do much conventions for Lego? Because I know you're heavy into your classic stuff, and the classic stuff is probably a lot harder to come by. But I know when I've been to conventions, there's always a big market for it, and there's always big queues for them. So if you have, or if you haven't been to any conventions, would it interest you in the future?
So I've done smaller conventions around my parts in Cheshire in the last 18 months, I would say. I haven't been to a big one just yet. I've been planning to go to what's Bricktastic, is it, in Manchester? Yeah. So
yes, you should go with us.
Are you going? Are you guys going?
Yeah.
Well,
it's where you're going, yeah.
It's on my doorstep, so I'm really planning. I've been planning to go to Bricktastic for a couple of years now, and always just miss the date, or or whatever, and just failed to go. But this year, well, next year in Feb, I'm really planning to go. So yeah, I'll meet you guys there happily.
Hell yeah,
super.
So yeah, I haven't done much, but the thirst and the hunger for not even Castle, but CMF is definitely there. I just wanted to point out one thing, on the previous topic. As you mentioned, the CMF, the Castle CMF would be a smashing hit. I've done my own CMF line on my Instagram channel.
Brilliant,
profile, yeah. and it's the highest liked post, highest engagement post in the history of the profile. So yeah, it only shows that there is definitely hunger for it. And I've seen queues at even smaller conventions, and smaller events. People, with stalls selling some minifigs, selling some bricks, selling some sets, big and small. And yeah, there's definitely hunger for those, I would say.
Like some of the most insane creations in the. We had an episode earlier in the year talking about Castle, but I was obviously I'm kind of stop motion background. But some of the coolest stuff is just let's have 100 guys go at 100 guys, just with swords and ballistas and all. There's a channel Brick Dictator, and all his stuff is just minifigures, just absolutely chopping it up. And I'm I don't know, it's just, especially when you go to conventions, it dominates. I wouldn't say dominates, sorry, but at least has a heavy presence there. The castles, everyone is drawn to it. When we went to Brickworld and all, and it's the castles are the coolest. You're just, and even if it's Lord of the Rings or stuff like that, you're just drawn to the size of it and all, and what kind of details are hidden and all. And
but there's also, I've seen a lot of the videos from conventions, from across the big water, and some of those, massive mocks of Blacktron, some massive bases, with just them mining stuff, and just some stuff that obviously an OG classic space fan would really appreciate, and even I appreciate as a classic Castle fan, but still quite impressive. So yeah, I've been, as I said, I've been to smaller ones, and even the smaller ones can't have things to show for them, so it's quite cool. I remember going, I think 2 years ago, to one close to mine, and this guy did a theme park, with roller coasters and whatnot, and it was just bonkers. The number of things moving there, and just the sheer playability of that whole mock was just pure joy.
Oh yeah,
to watch.
It's just insane too. And then I try to do a mock for stop motion, and I'm did I forget how to build? I'll be doing a table mock or something like that. This is absolutely fire, the best, and it's I need to build something to show to tens of people, and it's my fingers turn inside out or whatever. How the hell do these people make these things?
Is the guy that you mentioned, is he from Liverpool by any chance?
Which one? The
stop
motion guy?
The stop motion guy with the siege.
That's the other guy who did the Loch Ness monster, wasn't it? Well, I forget his channel. Hamster Studios, that's it, or production.
Hamster Studios, yeah.
Anyone that hasn't seen it should watch that. Like I'm pretty sure that played at like festivals, and it's just like.
I think he's got some. I think he's been given some award, at stop motion convent at some event, for brick for stop motion last year. So yeah, that was pretty impressive, and yeah, it was pretty good that to see all those arrows fly and and just as you say, heads being chopped off and whatnot, crazy stuff.
Because it always starts off cute, and then it's like, oh, they're drilling holes in the minifigures and stuff like that. They're like chopping heads and that, like here, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
so yeah, Madge, going on Bricktastic. If you are interested in going and we meet up, that'd be brilliant. Is there anything there like the trader could be selling? Is there something? Do you have like a white whale Lego castle set that you just, if you see it, you simply cannot walk away without picking it up?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I would need to check my wares and my inventory for that prior to going to Bricktastic, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think there are a couple of sets if I would see maybe with a box still, because I don't have many boxed sets, most of the sets that I've got still have instructions for them, but no boxes. So maybe if I see, a mint set in a box, if it's like, King's Mountain Fortress, or just Majisto's Workshop, or maybe the Fire Breathing Fortress, maybe I'll stop by that stall and have a chat with the guy or lady selling that. But nothing, but no specific white whales currently that I'm kind of hunting, unfortunately to disappoint you there.
No, it's a good position to be in, I suppose, because then the temptation isn't there if you do stumble upon it. Is it
do you know what, I actually would actually go and buy the ore tank tower if I would see it anywhere in a box. I did see it on the marketplace just the other day, and someone bought it in the meantime. So I was quite good at a very good price as well with a box. It was just human. But if I would see that at a convention and the price would be right, then probably go for it.
So do you do like, I've heard you bring up marketplace quite a bit. Do you reckon it's a real good hidden gem for castle?
Yeah, 100%. Like if you know where to look, and again, you're kind of going into my YouTube video ideas. But if you know where to look, there's definitely massive potential there. If you want to find, your white whales that you've been hunting for and you've been looking for at a reasonable price, sometimes for next to nothing, then I would say those marketplaces, specifically Facebook Marketplace, eBay. Just you need to spend a lot of time on it, obviously, but it pays off. And charity shops. If you have decent charity shops around yourself, just keep on going to those. Unfortunately, there's not many good around mine. They only sell stuff that I'm not really interested in. But if you have a little charity shop that has a Lego every now and then, just keep.
So basically, if you're willing to put the time in to find these deals, they are there. They are out there, but you have got to put the time in to find them. I find with Facebook Marketplace, you've got to have a lot of patience in you, because messaging people on there and it's just not for me. I'm very lazy. I'd rather just buy something without communication. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to know where they are. I don't want to meet up. It's
the exact same conversation that I had with the missus just the other day, because I do run an eBay shop and I do run a little bricklink marketplace as well. And she was asking me just the other day, like, how do you cope with all these people, and how do you cope with just having these daft conversations most of the time with these people? And I'm like, well, it's not daft if you like it, I guess. And at the end of the day, it's usually just meeting the right person on the other end. I bought the Ewoks Village for 150 quid last year. So,
really?
Yeah. All complete, all grand with the instructions,
Cool.
So that was a pretty good buy, pretty decent price, and overall set, and that stayed on the shelf for a little while. But yeah, if you have the time and don't have the money, then yeah, eBay, Facebook Markets, and just be the person to break the ice, and just don't be scared to actually talk to people. I think.
Yeah, you need the Facebook moms that are selling their kids Lego collections, don't you? They're out there.
And sometimes you'll see someone like I seen on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, someone selling a bunch of like Lego Star Wars from 1999, but they didn't have a clue what it was initially, selling it for £40, and I'm like, I think I could kind of whittle this down a bit. And then a couple of days later, after I showed interest, they bumped it up to 60. And it's like, no, you don't do that. Like, you can't do that. Like, once you like, come on. I feel like here the market's so shit though.
Like, you live ages away from everybody, don't you?
I have this like strange conspiracy that people where I'm from overprice stuff when they sell it, like everything from not just Lego but cars and houses, and it's like this is not the actual price, and I feel like people, it's personal to me, so it's worth a lot more.
Yeah,
you shut up.
Yeah, but suppose Madge, you mentioned Bricklink. Talk us through that. Have you what do you sell? Are you always looking to buy for Bricklink in particular, or is it more just a little side piece?
So I only sell sets. I don't really go into the nitty-gritty details and of selling pieces, because I just don't have the infrastructure / logistics for. Well, I do have the logistics for it. I just don't have space for it. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Many people do have sheds. In their back garden, where they just keep, mini compartments like these of Lego, and they keep thousands and thousands of lots in there. But I just, I don't think I could do that just now, not with a full-time job. Maybe I thought about this, maybe and only maybe, if, for example, YouTube kicks off a little bit, and there's a little bit more income from there, maybe then I could look into that, but that would mean either taking a pay cut from the full-time job, or maybe doing a part-time job. But I'm not really at a stage where I would even want to think about that, to be honest. So yeah, just sets I sell. I do buy a lot of crap and a lot of pieces, on Bricklink. I like to do like a £5 order here and there if I'm bored, because I'm always in the need of something, so I'll just either expand on the collection, or just complete a set that is missing a couple of pieces to then resell or something like that. And it works. Bricklink is another thing that many people don't even know exists. Not even going about Pick a Brick, but Bricklink is just so underrated, and people, again, many fans of Lego just don't even know it's there. To buy little things and little bits, or even just part of sets out.
It's easy to get lost in Bricklink and spend hours and hours looking for parts and sets and minifigs in it. You can spend a lot of time on there without even realising. I've spoke to a few people here and there that sell on Bricklink, but is it an easy process? Is it I've never had any issues as a customer buying from anybody. Messages have always been fine, but do you ever have any issues selling on there, or is it smooth sailing?
I can't really say, because I've never sold the thing on Bricklink. So right. I've had the shop running for about a year now. Yeah. And I just haven't had a single sale. I don't have many sets. Like, I'm looking at it now. I've got 4 sets set to be sold, but still they that's I think that's the downside of Bricklink compared to to your eBay or your Facebook markets. The audience is much narrower there.
Yeah.
On eBay you just get any customer, like any customer browsing for anything can stumble upon just your little Lego sets or whatever you're selling there.
Yeah.
But on Bricklink, you just get very specific customers that know what they want usually and know exactly what price they want, and and if it's not there, it's just not going. So
Yeah.
So most of the time, it's just a case of me selling it on eBay and then taking it down from Bricklink. But the whole setup process is fairly simple. I think you need to do like an authentication little process, where you send them a picture of yourself with a Lego set.
Yeah.
and then setting it up, creating your inventory is that simple. You literally don't have to put on pictures of the set because they've got them ready in the inventory.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just literally say, okay, I've got these in my inventory. Done. That's it.
Oh, nice one. Yeah, Bricklink always, as a buyer, I always go to eBay first, just because the speed of finding something seems quicker. But like you say, Bricklink's, you can narrow things down so much better, can't you? But I can definitely see why eBay might be a bit more hot with interaction for you, because it's a lot quicker, I feel.
If you don't mind me asking, in that case, what do you buy on eBay compared to what do you buy on Bricklink?
eBay is different because I'll be buying stuff that I have no intention of buying. Whereas Bricklink, I'll only go to Bricklink if I know what I'm going to buy these days. At the start, I used to just spend hours searching through it, especially when I was building Bluestone. I was always looking at parts and cheap figs and that sort of stuff. But on eBay, I can just search, like, say, for example, Lego Star Wars, and literally just scroll, and I'll see something and I'll think, oh, that looks cool, I'll buy that. And then 10 minutes earlier, I didn't even know it existed. Something like that. Whereas on Bricklink, it's a bit more, like you say, it's a bit more narrowed down, and it's, like you mentioned earlier, not many Lego fans actually know of Bricklink, and the people who are using Bricklink are sort of experienced Lego heads anyway, so they're there for, like, they're buying parts and stuff. Like, casual Lego fans aren't buying Lego parts, are they? They're searching on eBay for cheap Lego. So yeah, I've always just been on eBay just because of the speed of it. I suppose Bricklink as well, I feel like it's getting to a point where I feel like it needs an app to improve, sort of, like, not the speed of it, because Bricklink's brilliant for what it is and what it's used for, but it's sort of, and I suppose you being in marketing, you probably know this better than me anyway, but Bricklink isn't as appealing to the eye as eBay. It's not
user-friendly.
Yeah, user-friendly, let's say that.
It's not intuitive at all. Like, if I would show Bricklink to any of my mates or my missus that have a decent knowledge of Lego, because I keep feeding that over every now and then, if I would show her the UI of Bricklink, lost in a matter of seconds, if not minutes. That definitely, it's just not intuitive at all. You don't really know. If you don't know what you're looking for, you're lost. You're just gone. So unless you have a part name or a part number, if you know a part has a number, if you have a set number or a minifigure code, you're just gone. The day's ruined pretty much. And with, as you say, with eBay, you just type in Star Wars Grievous Lego minifigure, done and dusted, and that's it. You just check prices.
The percentage, like, people like visuals, especially when it comes to things like online shopping or whatever. If you imagine where online shopping's come now compared to what it was when it was pages of descriptions and a tiny picture, and now it's the other way around. With Bricklink, when you think about a typical Bricklink page, the percentage of that is visual, picture-wise, is always the smallest thing. And even then you click it and it doesn't particularly make it any bigger, and you've got to scroll up and down the page. And it's just more like, for anybody looking from the outside point of view, it's just a sea of numbers and writing. And it's, but what I find with Bricklink, I don't know if you guys are the same, that I looked at it for weeks and weeks, months even, and I just couldn't get my head around what was going on. But then all of a sudden it just went, and it just clicked, and like now I can navigate it. Don't get me wrong, there's still parts of it that I probably never use or never get learned because I don't need to. But in terms of going on there now, parting out a set, getting a parts across from Rebrickable, making a wanted list, searching for it, narrowing it down. I can do that in like seconds. It takes a lot of like trial and error, and this didn't work, and going back, and what did I do wrong? it's really, it's like you said, it's not intuitive at all, which is it's frustrating really, because it's such a great tool, but it's just not. They need to make it more Fisher Price, don't they? So
yeah,
It's
and as I said, even the fact that they do let you upload your pictures. If you've got a picture of a set or of a brick, you can do that. If you've got a brick, in a fairly decent condition, and you want to showcase it, then you can do that. But who does that? Like however many you probably spent a couple of hours on Bricklink, altogether, and I imagine you've never seen an entry for a piece or for a brick or for, I don't know, a cape or something that has a specific picture of that specific cape. No one does. Not a single soul does that.
no.
It like Tom, like I know people love to shit on Bricklink's search. Like it can be a little bit fiddly, like how you search up a specific, especially wall panels and stuff like that. It's like, oh, you mean fence? But Lego's Pick-a-Brick is the worst.
I was going to mention that, Slurpy. I was about to mention that it's as bad, if not worse. But go on. I'll give you.
No, I did a couple of orders there on Bricklink, and it's like people always shit on it, and then the next day I was doing orders on Lego, and it's like, no, everything went out, everything search wise went out the window. They use different numbers on the Lego website.
Exactly.
They don't describe it with same colors, and it's like, you guys own both of them. Keep it somewhat
exactly, and they've merged now as well. So I'm thinking, if I'm doing a Pick-a-Brick order, I've got a list in Excel, that I just go off for Pick-a-Brick. And, I have things that I refer to, because as I mentioned before, I build in Bricklink Studio a lot. So I got a vague knowledge of part numbers sometimes, if I'm feeling lucky. And names of certain parts, so it's kind of easier to navigate through Bricklink with that knowledge. But my God, you go onto Pick-a-Brick and you type in minifigure legs, nothing comes up because it's mini upper part or mini lower part.
I hit it.
What are you doing, Lego? Who is this for? Who did you build this solution, this feature for?
And the worst part about it is that to be able to fix that and have that continuity or consistency, if they wanted to do that, they've got to ostracize all of the fans of, or all of the users of one or the other, if that makes sense. So they're either going to cheese off all the Bricklinkers or the people who regularly use, because I've spoken to people who order parts from Lego all the time, and I'm like, I'm surprised you order on Bricklink. They're like, what's that? How the hell have you been ordering parts this time and don't know what Bricklink is? But clearly, there's people who do it. So there's people that going to piss everybody off at some point. So
I feel because we're so into Bricklink. Sorry, Bricklink's it's kind of already you buy from Lego for new. If you want to buy used, it's Bricklink. For me, it's Bricklink and eBay. Pab's got clean parts. It's going to be top condition and it's going to be somewhat more recently produced. These things were from. I know pubes or anything like that.
Yeah.
No smoker's house, depending on where it's from. But I don't know. I remember when we went to the Belfast Lego store. It's like, oh yeah, if I can't find anything in here, I'll go to Bricklink or whatever. And the employee just looked at me, huh? What?
Yeah.
I said, do they not know? It's on a competitor.
They haven't got a clue.
They ain't got elite ball knowledge of the stuff.
Anyway, let's try and get it back to Castle, and I'm conscious of time because we got quite a lot to get through, and I think the guys out there, they've just gone silent now. There's still 20 people watching, but they've gone silent. There's no comments the last couple of minutes because they're like, when's the Castle stuff happening? Because I've promised these guys out there some polling, and I accidentally, on purposely, pressed the start poll on the last poll I did because I wanted to get ahead. So currently, they've already started deciding which of your three wretched sets are the worst. And I have told them not. I told them not to vote, but we've had, I think, one vote for each. But actually, it's going up and down a little bit now. But guys, what the hell? You don't even know what you're voting on. I purposely didn't put in proper descriptions so that they wouldn't know what I was talking about in case I did accidentally press early. But yeah, So what we're going to do is we're going to pull up these. Now, guys, if you see yourselves disappear off the screen, you're still there. I'm talking about you guys on the screen now. You are still there. This is a cover, not you haven't been kicked out of the stream. So it'll just go over the top like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're all still here. We can all still talk. The chat can still hear us, right? But it'll pop up over the top like that. So we'll start with the wretched ones first. So if you want, what I want to try and do with these now is we're going to get the poll just for a bit of fun more than anything else, not because it's really a competition. So Majisto's picked his wretched, his wizard, and his underrated sets. So we're going to throw 3 of those up for each, and obviously he can talk a little bit about them, why he's picked them, and the chat can poll it just for fun, right? Not because it's worth anything, right? So we'll do that first, and once we've gone through them, what we'll then do is each of the hosts will then suggest their 3, and I'll put them up as a presentation as well. Again, we can talk about them. I've got brick set ready if anybody really wants to know, but it ain't about when was it made, what year was it out, how much was this worth when it was out. It's we don't want to be here all night. We're just talking about the set. Why did you pick it as great? What's great about it? And then what we'll do is we'll get Majisto to pick the top one from each of 4 of us, because Whittakee's got his as well. And then they'll go into a poll. So essentially, the guys out in the chat will pick which of our sets they think is the best. And once we've scrolled through that, then we can start the championship thing, because that's all set up, ready to go. Hopefully it works. So
exciting.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to open a can of worms in the chat here with a couple of these. So yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. And I've got some little guys to keep me along. Look at the state of these.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There's not even any. I mean, these were Black Knights then. They weren't Black Falcons at that point. They weren't called Black Falcons a couple of years later. But yeah, you can't even see it anymore. And then these guys. And I only noticed recently that the one with the 2 axes was also called Lion Knights at one point, until they featured these ones, and then they had the shields with the Lion Knights on, and then they changed it so the Lion Knight was on the chest as well. So
I think these were called Crusaders before they were called Lion Knights.
Well, the only reason I found is because I found a set which I owned, and it says Lion Knights something, Lion Knight Battle. And these guys, some of the guys had the lion on, and some of the guys had this on. So I was like, oh, I wonder if that was like an early iteration. But it did go through quite a lot of changes. Because the other thing I found, which I found was quite interesting, is that the original helmet, which changed for this one in the middle, the kind of jousting helmet, the proper full coverage helmet, the original helmet was originally a space helmet. And then they had like a piece that kind of came down.
The visor.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I
didn't realize that. But effectively, it wasn't a space helmet because it came out the same year as the space helmet. So they launched the same year, but obviously they continued to use it for space, and then they changed it for castle. But 1978, they launched that same helmet piece for both castle and space to use at the same time, which I thought was amazing. But yeah. Right. So first of all, let's do these wretched sets. The poll is already out there. So while Majisto goes through and tells us about why these are wretched, the guys can vote away. So there we go. So we got the Custard Castle, the Winged Boat Battle, and King Matthias Tosh.
So let's start with Mr. Tosh there. It's not even the case of that specific set, but I think just in general, that kind of line of I don't know what they were doing with that. I just don't know what they were doing. It's like an very early take on what it's called, Bionicle or whatever. They were trying to emulate Bionicle there in a castle setup, but it was just horrible. Like I don't rate that at all. I don't know a single person that does. And yeah, just that whole series, because they did have a couple of a couple of other ones featured there, a couple of knights, you know, a couple of villains and whatnot. Yeah, what's going on with that?
I feel like Lego have tried that a few times because this is obviously quite an early iteration of it, but they've tried it. It's almost like they want to get into like a large, buildable sort of doll type character, but they just every time they dip their toe in, it gets bitten off. Like so.
Yeah, because we've seen that with Star Wars, and with Star Wars, I very much love Grievous from that kind of setup, from those line of sets, but equally, like, you know, the Obi-Wan one or the Anakin one, they were just not great at all, in my humble opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but yeah, let me know.
I don't think humans translate well to this sort of stuff, do they?
Yeah.
No, I agree. Like I had two of these as a kid, and one of the purple guys and the red guy, and like at the time I actually liked them because they had like features on the back where you could like, you know, swing their arm and stuff, but they are pretty ugly looking. I'm you know, straight up, like they're not pleasant to look at. But
yeah,
well, came out during that whole action figure craze of Lego.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to do so badly. But King Matthias is actually a minifig character as well, isn't he? So they name throughout. So
yeah,
okay.
So they all have references to their own minifigures, you know, and I think they wanted to do a show or did a show. I'm not really into that lore so much, to be honest with you, but I know that they did cards with those as well. Not entirely sure, you know, if you were supposed to play with those and whatnot. I think so, or was it a collectible card? But yeah, that was something they wanted to launch, but obviously, you know, it didn't. I feel like it didn't find much market for it, to be honest.
And then we got this kind of boat with dragon wings as sails. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there as well. But the reason for this set to be on my wretched list is only because of those blooming yellow minifigs. So essentially, you can't really see it there, but the minifigures have yellow pants, right, and a black belt, which suggests they're in a thong. So, you know, like it's horrible, honestly.
It's too strange.
Yeah, just zoom in on that and just double check. Yeah, it's horrible, honestly. Just who made the decision there? I'm not entirely sure. And also the fact that underneath the armor piece is just a black torso with no print on. Again, what are you doing? Come on, you can be a bit more creative than that. I feel like that's a massive no.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I never saw that.
I have like a bit of a hot take with like Knight's Kingdom, where like I actually think like the figures are pretty shit for like all of it. I like, don't get me wrong, like I like the different colors, like Clone Troopers, they were like Crayola, but I thought like, you know, even that good guy Knight, like his helmet's fucking huge, like they don't look good at all.
Yeah. I do like the sets themselves because the sets are pretty cool, you know. I think Vladek's castle is pretty cool, you know, when you think about it. It's pretty, you know, big and intimidating, and you know, it just looks good. But with, you know, who uses, you know, knights in thongs and with just yellow arms? Come on, that's just too much.
I did like the use of this kind of mace type thing they've done, where they've put like a gear piece on the top of a.
Oh, that's nice.
Put off the castle, they put on the top of like a stick piece, and that looks
as I said, and even the fact that, you know, they have these kind of bat wings or dragon wings for sails. That's kind of cool as well, you know. I do like that quirkiness about Lego sets, but you know, combined with all the rest of this nonsense is just doesn't work.
And then moving on to the Custard Castle, and I don't know whether these original factions, I think there's like 4 factions on there, so whether these had names originally, but you could just about see on what was brick built horses at that point. I don't think we got actual horse molds until like 1983, but these knights, I don't know if you can really see on this picture, these knights sitting on the horses, they're wearing the space helmets, or what we knew later on as helmets, which launched the same year, which is because this is from 1978. And there was just a piece that came down with like a feather attached, but I think that probably got broken really easily, so they replaced it with the removable piece. But I don't know. This is classed as a classic, and I guess in the same vein as the other guys, if they're wearing yellow, if they're in yellow, does that mean they're naked? Does this mean that this castle is completely made out of flesh?
Exactly. Or is it a sand castle? I know it's a staple for the theme, like castle in general, because I know it's the very first castle, and it broke the ground for many more fantastic sets. But it just, for me, it just does not work in the slightest. Like it's just there. There's nothing to it. The brick built horses, I like that they tried with those as well. But again, a yellow castle is just so off-putting, because custard and pudding. Right? But yeah, just no, it doesn't work. I'm sorry to all the Lego fans that love this castle. I don't have it. I don't own this set, and I probably never will, because it's just, yeah. Who would put this on display as well? Who keeps this on display? I want to ask the question.
Yeah.
If you do, let us know in the comments in the chat, because I really want to know who keeps this on display.
The psychology of a madman. The custard castle on display.
There we go, guys. We're gonna close it down very soon. But I'll give you a couple of minutes to get your votes in, and we're gonna find out who the real stinker is of the stinkers, the most wretched of the wretched. Or I've put in here which of the Majisto's wretched sets stinks the most. So we'll give it a couple of mins, and we'll do that. But while I'm doing that, we've just had a visitor in the.
Yeah,
we just had a visit. Who's that? I don't recognize him.
Oh, not here.
Oh no, that's Nimble. There he is. He's skiving again, mate.
I had to come and say hello very quick, because I'm very busy, so I wanted to say hello. But I'm gonna have to get off. But I should be back on when I get home. Yeah, but I wanted to just say hello.
How long do you think? Should we keep your picks till later, or don't think you'll make it?
Yeah, I mean, I finish at 10, so I get home about 20 past.
Right. Okay, we'll do our best.
If not, don't worry. It's not.
Yeah, we'll plod on. We'll see how it goes.
But yeah, nice to see everyone. Nice to see you, Majisto.
Nice to see you, Martin, as well.
Yeah. Oh, and Slurpy.
hello.
Where have you been?
I'm always here.
Anyway, right. So I better go,
because
because it's quite busy at the moment.
I guess
somebody's running around shouting biscuit, so I better sort that out. Right.
Oh.
I'll see you later. Take care, everyone. Ta-da.
Right. So next up, we've got these underrated sets. So while I put those in the poll and we close the other one, talk to us about these. Talk to us about these. Why they're underrated? Because this is the. I was trying to get this as a background, but just can't find it anywhere without anything on it. But this would have been cool as a backdrop. But this kind of sunset thing that they decided to start doing. But yeah, talk us through these.
If I would knew, I'd make you one. Should have sorted that before. But yeah, listen, we can sort that at some point. So let's start with the smallest one. The battering ram, the catapult, really, the Bull Knight's catapult. Many people don't really rate Bull Knight. Maybe they do rate Bull Knights, but don't rate that series of castle, that theme of castle with the Royal Knights 2 or Lion Knights 3 or whatever you want to call them. Mostly because they're clunky. They use a lot of big bricks, to kind of minimize the brick count. But I feel like this is a proper catapult. The big wheels, the big clunky wheels. None of that kind of cart BS that you see on most of similar sets. You get a little minifigure, which is coincidentally the leader of the faction, with a chrome silver sword, a cool little mask for your horse up the top, up the front of it. So yeah, I think it just works. You get crossbows, you get the full armory really with it. I think it's a cracking set. I feel like this is the catapult kind of model that you should strive for.
This is definitely. I'm glad to see this on there. The Bull Knights definitely is underrated. For me, they're the best faction. So yeah, I'm glad to see it get its flowers. And going a bit off what we mentioned previously about if Lego are ever to do a new castle wave, this is the sort of prime example of a set that they should start with. The similar size, obviously similar build, but with the modern twist. I think it's perfect for me. Great choice.
Cool. Let's go with the Fire Breathing Fortress as the second. I'll leave the cherry on the top for last. So Fire Breathing Fortress, I think, again, very underrated set. Many people say, it's not really a castle, because it's very hollow, there's nothing inside. Well, there's plenty inside. You get a blooming, dragon with this set, which wasn't the case up until 1993. So yeah, that's a proper castle in my opinion. Loads of play features. There's a couple of compartments that open in there. You get obviously the fire breathing dragon head. So yeah, that's spot on. And and you get also the little Wolfpack minifigure as a little rogue. So you can put him in the dungeon with the dragon, or you can just do basically whatever you want to do with it. On the raised base plate, I am biased a little bit here because I love a raised base plate, especially these sort. So I think for a big flagship kind of set, I think they did really well with this. And I know this set and the other big Dragon Master set get a lot of slack, but I feel like it's where the money is.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way on this. I love a black castle. It's just imposing, and I'm so glad you brought up the raised base plate because to me it just screams classic castle. Again, it's nostalgia goggles, but it's just there's something about a raised base plate that does something for us. So great pick, and the classic dragon molds are just unbeatable.
Yeah, there's a couple of things here. As you said, there's a couple of classic bricks here, like the prickly bushes, the little lerp, the large. I can't remember what's the abbreviation of, and also you get a brown tree, which was quite rare back in the day. To get a brown tree.
Yeah.
Most of the forestman trees were black. So again, it's quite cool to see that addition here as well, and a cape, a fiber cape. Well, a cape and an actual flag. That's quite cool, I think.
Great choice.
Yeah, and the last one, the cherry on the top, as I mentioned. A lot of people don't like Fright Nights in general because it's just a wacky theme. With just it's sometimes you may think just some random bricks slapped together, and or dropped on a designer's table to just try and build whatever you can with this. But I feel like I had this set as a kid actually, and I feel like this is a cracking set. Like you can do so much with the parts of this set. First off, you get a dragon, you get Willa the Witch, which was quite cool. You get Crystal Ball, which is super cool. You get these sail ropes, whatever you want to call them. It's just a cracking set, and it was like 20 quid back in the day, or 15 quid. So I feel like this is just a really cool underrated set which you can do a lot with if you've got the right bricks on the side.
No, I agree. This set I was almost going to choose as like my top set, like one of them, because I love how wacky it is. Like I think the Fright Nights is like tremendous. I don't know if it's underrated among Lego fans, but I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I feel like it is underrated with Lego fans because I feel like it's going. Lego at the time was going into that kind of weird place with Knights Kingdoms following after this, and and using just big bricks and not many of smaller bricks. So the brick count would be very low, but still, it's just if you don't like this, with a fantasy castle kind of setup, what do you like?
No joy in your life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we got in the poll so far, guys. We got the Bull Ball launcher, we got the fire dragon castle, and we've got the hag and a dragon. So,
Ah,
so hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Get your votes in. I'll leave that poll up there, and then we'll dip into. And just by the way, it was a draw when I closed the other poll. Believe it or not, it was a draw between the Custard Castle and King Bag of Shit, King Matthias Tosh.
God, that would upset so many Castle fans on Insta, wouldn't it, Madge?
Yeah,
yeah.
Both had 43% of the vote. Yeah, a lot of people, including Nariana. I can't pronounce the name. Wait a sec. I love this comment, by the way. Narian887 in the chat with, "I'll take the stripper boat over the king." I love it. I love it. Yeah. But yeah, definitely was a strange choice. But yeah, so that's on its way. So let's pull up the next one. So these are your kind of top sets, and we'll give that
My
one.
goat, my absolute goat.
Yeah, well, I just called them Wizard. So I was thinking of something else. That Wizard and Wretched. I don't know.
Wars.
I was thinking of W. So, but yeah, so these are the Wizard boys. These are your top guys. And guys, you got a few more minutes in the poll, and then I'll close that one off and start the new one. So quickly get your votes in. But yeah,
Cool.
let us know why pick these.
So Forestman Crossing, I think again, I think it's just all around the best Forestman set you can get for the money. I'm not counting Dark Forestmen; those are kind of a separate breed, which we didn't get much in the EU and in the UK. So I'm going to kind of leave them to the side for the time being. But with the Forestman Crossing, you get a printed base plate, you get a brown ladder, you get the brown drawbridge. You get rope bridge actually. You get the Forest Woman, which is super cool as well. And everything that you would expect from a Forestman set is there. A little kind of a castle-like structure, a little great castle structure with a bit of a base on the other side of the river with kind of built into a tree. With loads of Forestmen. I think yeah, this is just a cracking set.
I think it's I mean, I wish we got more Forestmen. I know we got like that G-Dub a couple of years ago too. Pretty cool. But for some reason I always kind of like would have followed these guys as like, and it's just as a kid, like when I look back in these older ones, like pirates for some reason. I don't know why. Just maybe the colors. I don't know. Maybe I was on something
like pirates. Did you say?
Yeah, like
Right.
the minifigures.
Right. Okay. Yeah, but the minifigures were really cool. They came, as you can see in the picture, they came in with 4 different torsos effectively. So you got a peasant torso which was just full on green, and then you've got colored torso which was black, red, and blue, which again just adds to to the detail of sets from the 80s really.
Yeah.
So yeah, for a set from the 80s, I think this is done superbly. There's so much detail to it, and so many play features, which I feel like many sets today just lack the play features. Purely probably because, as you guys mentioned, it's the era of Fortnite and and TikTok, and not really playing with physical stuff anymore, I guess.
I know that horse. They made that for a long. They like stopped making it like 10 years ago, but it's such a classic design too. It's just like
Yeah, I've got a little tub full of those horses, and I just love them. They're just so easy to recognize and and affiliate with that era of Lego. Just so cool, and it was used across many themes as well. Like Paradiso or whatever you wanna pick there.
I think it was using up until like the early 2010s as well. I remember like Prince of Persia having the same mold.
Yeah.
But
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the poll is up there, guys. So we've got, you can pick from which of these wizard sets is the Wizardust? Is it Majisto's gaff, Robin Hood's gaff, or the bird with the fancy red hat's gaff? It's the best description I can come up with a short notice.
And Han, are we going the way that we agreed before the show? So if the Wizards gaff doesn't win, we're just banning people who voted otherwise, yeah?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody's throwing smoke up your ass already because I think, oh, no, it was in the lead. Now it's not. Robin Hood's gaff is...
Oh.
Yeah, so, guys, no pressure, but, choose your votes wisely, yeah?
Yeah.
This is a good... I like this round.
I'll be rewatching this and maybe changing people to frogs and whatnot. We'll see what scroll I use for this. So, yeah.
That's a good shout, actually, by Narayan. It looks... Crossing is like a medieval Ewok village. So I'm going.
Great shout.
Yeah. I'm going to put my vote in.
It's better looking too.
Can I vote? Oh, it doesn't let me vote. Oh, it's very close. It's up and down, Majisto and Robin Hood's gaff. I can see up, down.
Nice,
what are we going to say, guys? We'll give you a couple more minutes on that one. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of this. A sec.
I don't need to ask why you chose the Majisto's gaff. Like, you live there.
I'm going to get to that, but yeah, essentially, yeah, that's the reason.
He's there right now.
So yeah, 6081, I think, is just the best castle whatsoever. I know many people say that the Black Monarch's castle is better, or the Black Knight's castle. I think it's on a raised plate as well. But I feel like this, the fact that this is grey opposed to the Black Monarch's castle being Black Knight's castle being black, I feel like this is more historically appealing, maybe.
Yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, and
Is this the first appearance? I know it was in 2 sets that year, if I got the set right, but this was the first appearance of the glow in the dark ghost, right?
I think so, possibly. I'm not sure.
I think it was in this, and it was in a small set as well, which I've actually picked as it happens because of the glow in the dark ghost. But
right,
yeah. But I think it was this also the first time you saw a crossbow?
Oh, that's a good shout. You know more than I do, so I'll go with your trivia, your research.
I mean, that crossbow stands up today in terms of like. I mean, a lot of it does, but what I'm saying is that crossbow piece, I'm pretty sure they're still giving that to Chewie.
I was going to say it's a bowcaster, yeah, 100%.
But yeah, the double, this is where they upgraded that piece as well. So they've gone back down to the clip down piece for the the knights on horses, and those with the point to them and everything, with the little dent, the little holes were, I mean, really detailed for the time.
Yeah.
Because this is really fun. So, and when you look at some of those pieces in there, you're thinking, wait a sec, what? Yeah, I have to double guess what year this was, but it's a cracking set though, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great set in my opinion. You get many people don't notice, but you get a tree that is essentially using the trunk from a palm tree. Often used in pirates later on, but the top is just your classic kind of Lego castle leaves. So yeah, that's quite cool as well. And there's, I think, one of the first maidens is used in that set for a minifigure as well, which is again quite cool.
Yeah, well, they've actually given her
first Lego babe.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, because this is the first what do you call it? It's the same headpiece, but she's got like lips, and you can tell it's a woman. Whereas in this one, which I've got, she's like, let me full screen myself.
Classic Lego head.
It's just that could be, if anything, when you look a little bit, it looks a little bit like what's his name? Jim will fix it. What's his name?
I don't know. Hey,
because I'm just thinking with the white clothes, the white hair, and the chain around the neck. Now then, yeah. But yeah, I'm glad they gave her lips and actually made her a bit more feminine in this set, which I believe is like the following year. So, yeah, that needed doing.
Now, not
It's
the,
funny, like-
not the flex, but that looks somewhat familiar, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, she's there. But,
Have you got the red hairpiece on yours though, or the white?
Yeah, the red one here.
Or
There's a
the
couple
hat
of bits missing here, and I definitely got the right one somewhere stashed. But yeah, that.
Yeah, well, I got all these pieces. All these pieces are out there somewhere. Just, but yeah.
And you're saying, and you've got the gut to say you're not a castle guy. Come on, you've got some gems in your collection.
No, he's a secret castle fan. He doesn't like to admit it.
Yeah.
It's not
a
that.
castle show.
It's just that I was talking about it on the other stream actually briefly. So I'll talk about it again now while we got this poll going. So these were sets that were. I never bought a castle set. I've got 4 here. Like I got still got the instructions for, and they're very tatty, but they're complete. And I haven't got it for the one other set, which was the battle pack. We'll talk about that later because I've nominated that. But as it happens, when I was going through Brick Set, I hadn't dug out my instructions at that point, and the ones I guessed I had, I was right with because I couldn't quite remember. But I remember having them as gifts for me and my brother. And we built them and played with them, whatever. But by the time I was old enough to buy Lego for myself, space was a bit more prevalent. Pirates was prevalent. And, Lego, it was all classed as Legoland then. But what is now Lego City? Because, at that point, there was no castle. It was all just Legoland. But I remember going to the shop, and I don't ever remember seeing any castle sets because I think round about the time, I think there was a hiatus. There might be in a year or two in the late 80s where they brought out like very little or nothing. So in those times is when I happened to be buying. So I never saw anything on the shelves. And of course, it's not like now where you go and you see like 50, 40 sets in a non-Lego store. And there was obviously no Lego store. So it was like just your local Woolworths or whatever it was at the time. And there was probably like 5 sets on the shelf to pick from. And they were generally the smaller sets. And I remember thinking to myself, well, I want to buy a space set or a little pirate set. Again, I got all the instructions for those as well, but those are the things I was more interested in. And then, of course, I kind of moved on from Lego when I got, into 10, 11 years of age. But no, I'll show you the ones I've got. And of course, I haven't gotten rid of it. Oh, that's Matthew. I haven't gotten rid of anything from my collection. So it's all still there, but it's obviously in bits and pieces. So we got this. So this is the 6049 boat. And I do remember saying that, I think years later when I was kind of doing research on castles and stuff, that at this point, in real history, when we had kind of knights living in castles, they didn't use boats for anything. So this is kind of historically inaccurate. But there was that.
It's also the fact that they use spears instead of paddles. That's just always cracks me up.
They use what?
Oh, yeah.
Spears instead of paddles.
Spears, yeah. And then they got these kind of like hose pieces from...
Yeah.
We're also in a lot of space sets for... I don't even know what that's supposed to be for, but...
Also, why are the hoses white? Like, out of all of the colors.
I'm pretty sure there was black ones around at that point as well, so... Mm-hmm. And then, of course, this set, which I just showed, and that was pretty sort of basic. And these were just kind of gifts. These weren't anything that I bought for myself. So it was those 2. What did I do with the other one? I had a third. Oh, yeah. So this one as well. Again, I've nominated this one, so I won't talk too much about it. But it's the carriage with the prisoner in. So you've got that first version of peasant or... we just used to call him the Sheriff of Nottingham or whatever. He was just kind of, and he had a little. I always remember thinking that was cool. A little print on his belt of a little coin, a little bag of coins. But yeah, that was pretty cool set. And I was talking in the other stream about like on the back it shows you alternate things you could do, which we did. But I remember taking these panel pieces off here, these side pieces, which have got like the window in, because they're exactly the same as what makes up the walls of a castle. Or the castle we had at least. And I remember taking these out and swapping them out for the castle ones. So this was actually grey and blue, and I'd swap out any of the black parts from this for the same parts in the castle, like 2x4s, 1x6s, whatever. So that this then became a grey and blue, carriage. And then the castle was grey with elements of like black. Obviously, I'd do the 2 black panels either side of the portcullis. So it just made that castle look that much cooler. Like before, obviously, any black castle came out, but that just made like that was obviously the first version of like a early mock. And you're talking like 40 years ago. So yeah, this is the castle that I had. So this is the Knight's Castle. So they're like falcons in there, but at the time they were just called Black Knights, I think, or something. But so was it 6073?
Falcons, yeah.
But yeah, we used to play with this all the time. But again, I've talked about it before. But we came down one Christmas morning, and this was just built. With all these. So that was it. That was our experience of it. Is that it was already built, and we played with it, and obviously we took it apart and rebuilt it dozens of times. But I actually found it pretty cool. There was a little prison in there, and the portcullis went up and down, but that was it. There was no real play features to it. So I do remember trying to do a lot to this and changing this up quite a bit from the original build because I found it quite boring. And that's, I think, why I was more, gravitated towards the space sets and stuff because they had a lot more play features in than some of these castle sets at the time because they didn't really do anything. You just kind of pushed them around. They obviously got better with time.
I think it's also the fact that you can just pick up a spaceship and just fly it around instead of just keeping it on the ground or on the table and play with it.
Well, yeah, it was that, but also like they had like rocket, they could fire things and they could pick up like space things off the floor. It just seemed to be for me at the time. Again, you're talking mid 80s. For me, it just seemed quite redundant to just sit a guy on a wall, and then that's pretty much kind of thing. So in terms of play features, like you could do whatever you liked, and then I did talk a little bit about how, this is for people like Slurpy and Nimble, right? This is number 15, and bear in mind this entire castle, right? I don't know how many pieces it is, but there's only 24 pages, or 20, not even 24 pages, 24 stages of the instruction. There's actually only like 12 pages, but this is stage, or is that 15? And then you go to this, boom. And that's it. Doesn't tell you what parts, where they go, nothing. It's just, it looks like this. Now it should look like that. Get it sorted.
And then move on. Hearted, is it?
It's crazy, honestly. Like rebuilding some of the old sets. I've just redone one of the Aquazone sets yesterday. And the kind of focus you need to have on the set going from step to step is honestly, it would, I would probably struggle to build anything kind of more classic if I would be used to only newer instructions.
Well, it's funny, cool, Han, you're telling me like, oh yeah, you'd go down to for Christmas and your mom and dad would have all the sets built. It's like Cool Han's probably the only person, like, he's just a special kind of breed, he can't be bothered building Lego. I was talking to someone at work during the week. He's in his like late 30s, but he said they got Lego in the early 90s. He says it was the same thing for them. For birthdays and Christmas, they would, for birthday, they'd maybe be shown what the box of Lego was, and then the next day the dad would build it. But he says for Christmas, we'd come down on Christmas morning and the Lego was all built.
But it was different because what you got to bear in mind is, play sets were relatively new at that point, right? They hadn't been around for very long. Minifigures were relatively new. So for parents buying these, although Lego was a known brand, it was still fairly kind of new in terms of these kind of sets, because these are like the earlier version of what we get now. But prior to this, it was a very different kind of, toy and a different kind of brand, almost completely. So like for them, they were like, it was just like, people used to get Scalextrics. You'd have a Scalextric set. You wouldn't come down to just the box of Scalextrics. You'd come down to it all set up, ready to start playing with Christmas morning. That was the thing. These days it's different because kids have got that level of ability, I think. And, nowadays I wouldn't dream of building a set for Maya. But the other thing you've got to bear in mind is that this was just a box. The box art wasn't particularly, cool and interesting that I remember. And it was just one bag with all the pieces in. So for a kid on Christmas morning, and bearing in mind, I was building this when I was like 4 or 5. For a kid to just come down to just that and empty the set, and it just wasn't appealing enough. Having it built was the build, or the interest in building didn't come till either later in the hobby for people who've been into the hobby for a while, or if you were older. So if like the year I got that for Christmas at 4 or 5 years old, might have been 14, 15-year-olds getting it, and they might have built it. So it wasn't just about I think it was more about the age I happened to be at the time that set was out, if that makes sense. But I can pretty much guarantee you anybody getting sets that kind of big at the time, because that was classed as quite a big set at that time, would have their parents would have built it for them, because it just, or built it with them even, because it didn't make sense to just use a bag of pieces. This is what you could have. Do you know what I mean? So I mean, it's the same as a kid. When you get a kid a bike, you know, you build it, you wrap it as best you can, or do something with it, put a bow on it, and you put it near the Christmas tree. You don't give it to them in parts, do you? Do you know what I mean? They want to jump on it and get excited about it. So for me, that's what it was at that point. Whereas now, Lego's more known for the build is the thing. Whereas back then, playing with it was the thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it has changed over the years for me, because, you know, the rebuild and the take apart and build something else was the fun part, but playing with it was number one. Whereas now,
I never thought of
it. Build is number one for me.
I never thought about this, but you're right. Actually, you know, growing up in 90s and late 80s, it was the same for me. Actually, you know, building from the instructions, it wasn't it. But building, like, you know, as you mentioned, on the back of the box, you usually get, you know, an alternative model that you can do. And I was always looking forward to that, not building from instructions, you know, because the instructions were tedious, you know, they were difficult to follow. So you would just slap a couple of sets together and just build whatever you wanted to build with those. I still remember talking about this when the original X-Wing came out in 1999. I remember building that from just, you know, whatever parts I had and just looking at the model in a Lego catalog, and that was just, you know, that was it. That was the bomb. That was the thing that you could do and you wanted to do without bricklink, without, you know, rebrickable and whatnot. That was just, yeah, that was happy building, happy time, but not necessarily building a set to be ready to play with. You're right there.
Yeah. Paul Cullis.
Bugsy.
Somebody's doing a drinking game every time I say Paul Cullis. I don't think I've said it that much, have I? I don't even know whether I spelled it right. Anyway, let's see how it's going. So, looks like it's considering there's, I mean, what that 46%? I don't want to try and work that out, but there's only 13 votes. How many people are watching?
Come on, what are we doing here?
People, come on, guys! All you gotta do is press a button. You're not asking for much. If sometimes it doesn't pop up, depends on what you're in. So if you go out and come back in, it should pop up for you guys. But we'll give it a couple of seconds, get those 13 votes up to 18 votes. Unless, you know, we have got a couple of people who watch who are underage, and I don't think that pops up for them. But
there's probably some lurkers as well, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a couple of lurkies. But really gutted the Majistos. I don't think any of them have any of them been a straight win yet. I don't think they have. There's been a draw on all of them.
Good picks, I guess.
Yeah, that's a sign of good picks, isn't it?
No, sorry. The Fire Dragon Castle did, and there was 13 votes in that as well. 14 votes on the first one, so we are about there in terms of
Majisto's gaff has just took the lead. So
let's close it there, and there we go. 50% of the votes, half of the people, 7 people out of 14 decided that Majisto's gaff was the top set. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to flash up. Don't get excited. I'm going to flash up each of our sets that we've selected. Majisto is going to pick top one from each, and then we'll get the guys in the chat to vote the ultimate. So let's do, because since he's not here, let's do Whiskey's first. So here we go. Whiskey.
Ooh.
So I don't know whether you need clarity on that. I don't know how clearly you can see it. If you need to, I can read that out for you. So
no, it's all good. It's all good here, at least. Don't know about the guys in the chat, but I think that's fairly good to see.
Yeah, it's tremendous.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough choice, to be honest with you. Because I do like the fantasy side of Castle, you know, and the dwarves specifically, and the trolls and the orcs. That's really appealing to me. You know, that's the early stages of Lord of the Rings. I think in the second kind of wave of those sets, they were meant to introduce elves, which then they scrapped, unfortunately. So, you know, that's very special. And also, this is in my Dark Ages, you know. So again, this is even more kind of appealing to me, because I've never actually seen these on sets. I've never, looked into these at all. So that would be a big contender. But also, Black Monarch's Castle 6085 is, it's a pretty good set as well. All black, all intimidating as the Black Forest, as the fire-breathing fortress. But also I do appreciate, the little set with the glow in the dark ghost.
Black Knight's Guard Shack, that one is, with the glow in the dark ghost, yeah.
Yeah. I do like the Black Monarch's Ghost set. Very similar, very similar build. It's just the difference is you've got actually Black Knight or Black Monarch and a closed door. The actual ghost is behind a closed door. So I would give it. I would probably do a coin toss between the Fantasy Castle one and the Black Monarch's Castle, and I would probably go with the dwarves set in this case.
Wow,
You'll be happy with that.
Yeah, going against the grain here with not a non-classic set, but still that's a pretty solid set. There's a lot of play features, I know. There's a lot of movable pieces and bits. You get a troll, you get a couple of orcs. What's not to like about this set? I think it's a solid one.
Okay, so we got Whiskey's Trolls. What else have we got? Let's have a look. Who's next? Let's do Slurpees.
Ooh,
So Slurpington.
hell yeah.
Okay. I like where this is going. This is going to be another very, very close one. Because I do really like the Trolls warship, whatever you want to call it. It's the sails. You get a dragon there. The Trolls and the orc, again, very, very visible. It's quite a big set as well.
Mm-hmm.
But given that I just chose a Fantasy Castle set already, I'm probably going to lean towards the classic ones now, especially because I do have the Black Falcon set just on my desk here, and it's a really good set. But also, I remember looking up the Fright Knight's Castle in the catalog as a kid. And it was just, spectacular. The sheer height of the set is just always very impressive to me. And again, a lot of funky play features. So I'm gonna go with Fright Knights on this one.
I would have been the same too.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nimble.
Okay, I see what he did there. That's cool. A lot of references to Bluestone. I like that. Obviously, the medieval market square town square is a classic already. I think I do own it. Just haven't had a chance to build it yet. And the Mill Village is just it's so good, isn't it? Is that the one with the goat?
That is the one with the goat, and the goat is an icon of castle, isn't it?
It absolutely is, yeah. Very, very good torsos, very good faction choice there as well. I think those dragon faction is one of the better ones out of all of the dragon factions that we had over the years. It's a very, very good set. But I think we all know what I'm going to choose here. Super objectively, I think we all know where my heart lies. So I'm gonna go with Majisto's Workshop only because it was a really good set at the time. It was a small to medium kind of range set. A lot of cool features there, a lot of cool minifigures, and a lot of cool elements. It was only lacking a dragon, in my opinion. If this would have a figure of the dragon, it would just be a top set.
So is that Kingdoms one? Because obviously he's got a Bricklink designer one. He's got one that says Kingdoms instead of Castles. So that still comes under Castle then. I mean, obviously,
yeah, it's a castle.
It's a sub theme.
Right, okay. That's cool. Okay, so we got Nimble's workshop, and then these are mine. And I just want to say that best, including Star Wars, best battle pack ever created by Lego is there.
Oh man, that's class. Look at it.
And I tell you why. Even now, I say that Lego Star Wars should do this, where they gave you the option. I mean, obviously, in this day and age, you wouldn't do it, knowing the factions. But back then, for a kid, 4 or 5 years old, just wanted to create his own characters, you could swap out the legs and the helmets. You didn't have to stick to what they said there, and you could create a whole new group of characters, and they should do that with Star Wars. I keep saying it, just random bodies, random heads, random legs, and accessories, and make it like, you know, so yeah.
Can I say before we start, see the cone helmet there? They don't make that anymore. Why do they not make that?
It's cool, isn't it?
Oh, it's so cool.
Do you mean the one with the beard guard?
Yeah, with the chin. Yeah, the chin that has the chin guard.
Yeah, chin guard. Yeah.
Like, what happened there, Lego?
I don't know.
It's quite a cool looking one. You can't put. Oh no, I suppose you can't put it on the other one either.
Yeah. Well, the battle pack is cool indeed. The fact that you get 4 different shields is underrated, in my opinion. But then again, you know, the glow in the dark ghost. I remember having this set as a kid, and it was just, it was again very, very cool to own a glow in the dark ghost, you know, in such a small set. Which, you know, in today's age, it will probably be behind a massive paywall. But the whatever you want to call it, the prison transport or whatever.
Carriage, I think it was, something like that, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's an underrated set as well, purely because it's got the, as you mentioned, it's got the panel walls, the panel castle walls, and that's really cool. And 4 horses, plus, you know, the one separate to the set. That's pretty sweet as well.
Yeah, and they had a play feature at the back where you pulled the sort of flag up and the back dropped down so the guy could just leg it, you know? So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, again, very good calls, guys. I'm really, really impressed by this. I'm probably going to go with the Black Monarch's Ghost, though. I think it gives you the options to build a mini castle with this, because, you know, you get the doors, you get panel walls behind it, and also, fun fact, you get a little Technic pin on the side of this set, which you can then obviously connect this set to another Black Monarch set. So that's quite cool.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
That's the only one of those 3 that I didn't own. So far we've got. Which host has the most cool set? Is it Whiskey's Dwarves, Slurpy's Fright Night, Nimble's Workshop, or Cool Hands Ghosty? So let us know, guys. What, you know, who's the ultimate champion? Who picked the best set? And yeah, whoo. So right. So the next thing we're gonna do, right? And I think the best thing to do with this bracket thing is, rather than, like, obviously the figures look good, I don't think we really got time to talk about every single figure and where it came from. I'd love to be able to do that, but, you know, the show's only so long. But we'll whittle it down first, and we won't get the chat to start polling. Otherwise, I'll be doing Poll City. But we won't get this chat to start polling in as a guest or as a, you know, an entry until it gets down to, say, like the final 8 or the final 4 or something like that, if that makes sense. So we can just, you know, quickly run through it and say, look, who's the winner here, hands down. And because it's now 5 of us, it should be able to vote it quite cleanly. So, Whiskey, how we doing?
All right, thanks. Back in
Happy
now.
days.
Did you see your picks, mate?
Did I see
Look
them?
at
Yeah.
I love that picture of Mark.
Oh, the blue face.
It looks like you're so much pain.
He looks like he's in carbonite.
Yeah.
I like to go that little step further.
Yeah, he did. I thought it was class. I was laughing again while I was watching it. I was just trying to get a screenshot because I wanted to use a profile picture for everybody because obviously like Slurpy's got his little man and I got my Ice Cube guy and I thought, oh, we need one for Whittakee for whiskey really. So I just thought, what are we gonna do? So let's go with the Blueface, Blue Man Group entry. But but yeah. So let's
Cool, man. Let me throw up a disclaimer for the bracket, right? There's 32, is that right? Yeah, we went with 30. Have you gone more?
I added a few more, mate.
I
added some stinkers in just to make it funny.
I wanted to throw a disclaimer in. If a character that you love isn't on there, guys, don't shoot the messenger. Blame Brickset. Brickset was a pain in my arse, right, on Friday.
Well, not only that, but I did search it, and I think there was upwards of 700 different castle, including CMF. There's no way we could, we just had to do a snapshot. And I think you did a pretty good job of getting a snapshot of our good guys, bad guys, paupers, peasants, royalty, knights, and all that kind of thing. And using some features as well, like you got a kind of chrome helmet on one and things like that. So
I tried I put in the other day and it was hardly came up with anything. So I suppose you just came up with that many.
I think we need to clarify though. Is Bafoonery mentioned in that tourney list, or is he not there?
No, he's not. Yeah, I'm not having any of that shit this week. If he's not there, he's not there, guys.
Right?
Okay.
Okay.
That was a closed thing because it was specific figures. But this is just, we could do this forever. And
yeah.
Because I was going to say I wasn't too sure how wide it was, sort of thing. So that's why I just stuck with castle stuff. But I didn't know if you meant like fantasy or because, I mean, I was thinking straight of or Barad-dûr because that's to me it's like a castle, but I didn't know whether so I didn't include it.
No, I wouldn't have taken Barad-dûr, but everything else I think was all right.
It's fantasy, isn't it? So I suppose.
I think it's an IP, so you wouldn't really class, Star Wars.
Okay, that's cool. I'm glad I didn't include it then.
But yeah, it's a good shout though.
Right. So let me talk you through these. You guys will have to keep an eye on chat and everything else and throw up any comments. They should go up over the top of this. The way this works is that I've just shuffled it. So I put them all in and then I just press shuffle. So you could see two wizards against themselves, but that's just the nature of the beast. What I'm trying to do is scroll down so I can actually vote on one of these bloody things.
Right. Yeah, I've seen this done. Yeah.
So I don't actually think
it's on basically, isn't it?
Because they just randomize, don't they? Put two together, so it could be, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like. Wait a sec. This isn't the newest version. Let me redo it. Sorry, guys. Because that's not it.
Bangers there. Bangers of minifigures there.
Yeah.
So I take it you showed the 3 picks that I picked, yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Jesus said they're all shit. No.
Thanks, Slurpy.
Sorry.
Surely not the dwarfs dungeon. Well, that's just
no. I actually picked that as the top one. It was spot on.
I think if I was collecting them, I'd go for because it was the fantasy set, wasn't it? The fantasy theme. I would have gone for more of that. Yeah.
Slurpy's winning the vote at the moment.
He is. Yeah.
I can't win them all, can I? So I won last week's.
Can't have everything, Mark, can you?
No. Nimble, what do you think of the is it the Bricklink thing? What do you think of the medieval pub that they're bringing out?
The Dragon Inn, is it?
Yeah.
Or the Sleepy Dragon or something. I think it's very, very good. It's nice to see.
I instantly thought, there's something for Bluestone, even though I know you've kind of stopped it, but I instantly thought that.
It's too big for Bluestone. It's
right.
actually like if you put that side by side with a castle, it would probably be not like a similar size in height.
But it would go probably. They said it would be quite next to the blacksmith because that's quite large.
Yeah, it's don't get me wrong, it's fantastic, but it's I won't be getting it.
No. But I did think of you as soon as I saw it. I thought
it's fantastic. It seems to sort of be a bit more fantasy related as well, which I like. It's I'm a big fan of it. And like I said, I was happy to see a non-castle set picked.
I think people were more putting it more like it would go well with like your Dungeons and Dragons set sort of thing. That
yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's always lovely to see castle stuff.
Yeah.
My only gripe with that set is, as you mentioned, is the size or the scale of it. It's very much a blacksmith kind of a size.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said it would go quite well with that, but
yeah, but then when you compare it to to the Lion Knight's castle, it's probably the same size, height wise at least. So it's kind of looks a bit clunky next to a full on scale castle, but still, as you mentioned, a good set. Definitely.
That's where I struggled with Bluestone with the blacksmith, and I had to sort of fit it into the story because it just doesn't scale with castle sets at all.
Well, that's the thing with Lego with scale. I mean, look at like Star Wars. Look at the Millennium Falcon scaled up to the Star Destroyers. It's actually bigger.
Yeah.
Do you have the Lion Knight's castle, Nimble? I forgot to ask.
Nope. I was hitting on it a bit briefly earlier. I'm a Lego castle fan that doesn't like castles.
Right.
So I will, especially with Bluestone, I always said I didn't want a castle in it because I didn't want it to take priority over any of the other little mini storylines. And I sort of stuck to that. And then, castles, I've just sort of, it's not, don't get me wrong, the Lion Knight's castle is probably one of, if not the best. Well, it could be in the top 5 Lego sets of all time pretty easily, but it's just not my cup of tea, the castles. I'd choose the medieval town square over it every day. I'd rather have two up there than the Lion Knight's castle.
It's what we said before. I think if you did have a castle, you'd have to put it in the back, like as if it was on a hill, looking over the village.
Looking over their tenants.
Yeah. I prefer the paupers and the peasants and all, like
the common folk. You know, you're the common man.
You know what I mean?
and the orphanage with Sir Whittakee.
Yeah. These are the people that I'm looking out for. The knights and the royalty they've got enough, haven't they? Yeah. I'm a man of the people.
All about the common folk.
Exactly.
Good lad.
What are you doing here, Mark, by the way?
So
I thought you had it set up.
I did. It's all set up. The problem isn't that. The problem is when you do matchup mode, which brings up the big picture in the middle, it cuts off half the fucking picture. Now I set it up so that they would be full, like a full picture in each. But because this bracket fights thing is crap compared to the one we used last week, it's nowhere near as good. It's by the same people who make the tier list thing, but for whatever reason, see, look, they make all these things, but the tier maker was actually really good. But on here, even though I've used the same pictures, which are, if you look at the rubber duck knight over here on the side in red, you can see his feet right up to his helmet. All the pictures are like that I uploaded, and they show us like that in this app, in this program. But when you do it when you match them up, it cuts a chunk off them, and I can't seem to get it so you can see the whole fucking thing. So you do this, look, and that's all you get. You can't scroll down and see the rest of that purple box. So that's a bit shit. That's a bit of a pain. So you can't really see it all. You try to scroll down, it won't let you go down any further. It's just,
what if you try and make your window, your browsing window smaller? Scale it down.
It's very technical from art, that. Yeah.
It just stays in the middle, but it's for some reason why is it all the way up there?
Can you click in the purple box and then zoom out? Does that work?
It doesn't let you do anything. You can have it there or you can get rid of it, and that's pretty much it.
Strange. What about if you just zoom right in on it like as it is now?
Well, I don't actually know how to zoom.
Zoom.
How do you zoom on a Chromebook? Is there a zoom button?
Just hold Control on your keyboard and just zoom with your mouse. Zoom in and zoom out.
I haven't got a mouse.
Oh, right, okay.
Control, you said, yeah?
Yeah. And then try and scroll in, scroll out. 2 fingers, maybe?
It's just got one of these friggin' pad things. These where you just press it. Can't get my head around it. I don't like these things, but what's that do?
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
It's a little bit better. It's still chopped a little bit of his legs off, but we'll just have to
Just his feet. That's not too bad.
make do with that. Sorry, guys, that's the best thing. I think, to be honest with you, now I'm looking at the profile picture of him over here. He is actually, his legs have been chopped off anyway, even though these are full pictures. So some of them might be bigger than others, but that's nothing to do with me.
Just ride with it, mate.
Because they've all uploaded as full pictures. So anyway, this is one of the ones I added in. It's not a castle figure by any stretch of the imagination, but because it's a red dragon, I thought he needed to be in here.
Oh, you and your red dragons, mate. Have a day.
So I'm going.
Shots fired.
We need to do quite quick fire with this because I'm going for red dragon. So what are we saying?
Ghost Knight.
Ghost Knight, yeah.
You know, looking at it on big screen, yeah. As I was going to say, why is he? He's a ghost, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, mine. Ghost Knight.
Ghost Knight it is.
Just a
Who's
spit.
next? This brute versus this beauty.
Queen because she's got a blockhead skirt type piece. So I'm going for that. It looks it doesn't. It's not the same piece, but it's similar. So I'm going with that.
I'm gonna go for the knight because I'm a big fan of green, the color green. So that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that does hit pretty well. That color scheme on that knight. I'm gonna go with the knight as well.
This is the frightening knight, I think, isn't it? Or is it? I don't know. But either way, I'm going with the queen. I just love the like the cape, the gown thing.
It's the cape that's doing it for me, so I'm going for the queen.
You just said you're with the common people and you choose the queen. Come on.
Yeah, but I only said that to get the votes.
Yeah,
I threw both of these in the extra because this guy reminds me of Celeste, and that beard piece looks amazing. And this guy reminds me of that episode that isn't this the guy who was shot at Blockhead?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the archer. Yeah, I'm gonna go for
Wolfpack. Wolfpack. Also, why doesn't the wizard have a hat? It just looks off.
It's because it's Emperor Ming from Flash Gordon.
He's bald. Maybe
Do you know what? If that was, I would vote for that. But because he was in Slurpy's thing, yeah, the archer.
It's got to be the wolf pack.
Yeah. I mean, Han, we should appreciate the bald gang, but yeah, let's go with maybe
another bot. Yeah.
King for me.
King,
yeah. I was going to say it's the beer piece.
Burger King.
The sad thing about this dame over here is that she actually came with a frog as well, but he's not there for whatever
She's
reason.
actually a really well done figure, but the king is just king is king, isn't it?
They brought that headpiece back too, didn't they? This year.
Have they?
With that creator castle.
The horse knight, has the crown and hairpiece in mould. Fantastic.
Right. So king, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Majisto's arch nemesis and this guy. I mean, this helmet piece and this this body armor piece is like amazing to me. So I'm going for that.
That's my brother.
I'm going to go for the knight as well.
That's my brother, Fab Gisto.
See, I like the wizard because it's got carries on right the way down to his skirt and stuff. It looks really nice, but yeah, there's something characteristic about that knight. He looks like he's maybe had a few too many pies, but yeah, go for the knight.
Oh, that's
yeah.
It's the knight.
The knight.
But the wizard is a good figure there as well. I must admit.
I do like the detail on the wizard though. I think that's the best detailed blue wizard that we've seen so far.
Narayan's called it Pajama Merlin, and that's it does give off pajama vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just looks like he's got a piece of old rope as a belt as well. So
we've all been there.
It's like the trousers, a bit of twine that you find like.
He's in his dark ages. Don't judge him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So was that night all round?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, pretty much anyway. Okay.
I had that Black Knight, and I want to say that.
You missed off a vital piece of detail on this knight. He's got a wild boar kind of shield sigil.
Yeah.
It's cracking. This one goes for the win.
This is the annoying thing is when I was searching for him, right, in the search drop-down menu, it showed him with all the accessories, the weapons and everything, and you click on it, and then this picture comes up, and you're like, really? So this is the official picture on Brickset for it. So I was just like, it's not selling it very well. The annoying thing is they've given accessories to some of the characters and not all of them. So that's kind of annoying, but it is what it is.
Go for the knight.
Same.
Evil.
I'm dwarf.
Did Majisto say the knight?
Knight, yeah.
Yeah, well, it makes.
I do like.
I would have gone
I
for
do.
the dwarf.
I do appreciate the dwarf. I
Dwarf
really
all the
do.
way for me.
But the knight
Is
is
that
just
dwarf's
supreme.
beard green or black?
Black.
Black.
It actually looks like a pair of trousers wrapped around his.
It's like any computer medieval game. I always play the dwarf. Just love him.
Right, who's next? We got. This is what's his name? Who played Robin Hood?
This is Robin Hood, and this is the Serpent Knight from the new Creator 3-in-1 Castle.
I mean, this is a battle of the Tashes, right?
This is a naughty one. Like of the goatees. This is a battle of the goatees.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But this
Robin
is
Hood.
Errol Flynn and the Black Knight from Monty Python. That's
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
The knights are like to say "nee."
Robin
Robin
Hood
for me.
Robin Hood all day.
Yeah.
I would go Errol Flynn as well. I think I don't know, there's something cheeky about him, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel like he'd steal my missus.
Oh man.
Yeah, but come on. The detail on this Black Knight is just so good, and the purple, the little addition, little touch of purple on that black.
The purple
on the
pinstripe.
black is really good. I'm gonna go with the knight.
It's fantastic as well.
Yeah.
So, how many knights? One. How many Errol Flynns?
Me.
Yeah, it's a landslide for the Flinny, almost.
This is that horse knight from the new Creator Castle with that crown and hairpiece mold, and this is the opposite is the tax collector from the medieval town square. And I'll start off. That tax collector is immense. It's tax collector,
Same.
even though I hate him in real life in Lego form.
Is that molded legs or print?
That's a print.
That's print.
Oh, how have they done? How have they got the color? I think they're both prints, right? And they've got the color done really well.
Because it's not a Star Wars figure.
Yeah. Plus, if that's Lego's own image, it's probably propaganda, and they've edited it to make it look good.
I mean,
for a fact that print pass.
I like the king, so I'll go for the king or whatever he is.
I'm
going for the taxman.
I'm going for the taxman as well. He's got a crisp. He's got some turkey teeth going on.
Yeah.
So we got
trim as well.
All the way. Taxman all the way.
Nice.
Three taxmen, right?
That's 4.
Well, a few times the taxman wins.
Oh,
you did me wrong there. You did me dirty there, really did.
No. There's the real Majisto is in play at some point.
I know the reasoning behind this. This is purely because these two come in the GWP Majisto's workshop. So, but yeah, the one on the right is just horrid.
I wanted to get the modern Majisto and the classic in.
Yeah.
Is he wearing some kind of backpack as well?
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, like a rucksack thing.
Same one is added into the Lion Knight's Castle, which, when you think about it, for a 350 quid set, a plain old, no print whatsoever kind of Majisto is just
horrible.
Doing. Yeah.
Is that the one in the GWP?
Yeah, as well.
I can't remember him because I've got that. I can't remember him having a backpack on.
No, he doesn't have the backpack in the.
No, he does. He's got the backpack in the Lion Knight's Castle.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going
to look for the Dragon Knight.
I'm going to go for the Dragon Knight because I'm all for girl power and stuff. Female knight, I love to see it. Not historically accurate, of course, but still cool.
I'd go Majisto still, but yeah.
So do we just have one Majisto? Yeah. So are we on the knight for that one?
Even Majisto doesn't go for Majisto in this one. Yeah. I think
it's a Oscar, man. That's why.
Exactly.
Right. I added this guy in because I think this helmet piece is exquisite, and I saw it.
I love it. Yeah.
Got a character with that in, so I just picked a random cheesy looking guy with that kind of what do you call it, thin pen line goatee. But I gotta say though, this cape is immense.
Yeah,
that the,
double-sided, isn't it?
Is that the queen, or is that the queen's champion or whatever?
That was
That's
a female.
the Queen Lion Knight from the
Yeah.
Lion Knight's castle.
Yeah. I've got it on here, but
probably-
I couldn't remember.
She's
Majority-
above and beyond the fig she's up against here. Like that
Yeah.
cape is exquisite.
Doesn't this cape go for like £10 or something on
That's
like?
the one.
It's
Lego
because if
Pick-a-Brick.
you bought Lego Pick-a-Brick don't sell the cape separately. You have to order it with the flags. So it costs like 15 quid, I think. You can't just buy
It's a shame they didn't put it. It's a shame they didn't put like some kind of, because all the previous versions we've seen a bit of a print on the chest plate, and they just kind of missed it on this, so it kind of looks a bit like, I don't know, it looks more like a scarf. But no, yeah, I think you're right. I think this is a much more solid set. Did anybody like the tin act?
Yeah, me.
Oh, you like Ned Kelly? Do you? Well,
I think with that, yeah, he looks great, but there's just too much going on, too many different colours, and it looks like he's got bloomers on.
it kind of looks like.
I mean, he's great.
You know,
The helmet is fantastic, but just a bit too much going on. So I'm
fancy dress night. Anyway, right. This is the chrome helmet guy, which I added in.
Yeah.
This is the
From
OG
chest
king.
set, yeah.
OG king. I'm going for him definitely.
I see him.
And he's a ginger as well. Whereas this guy, whoever grows a bit of hair underneath their lip but with no moustache, sorry, but you're a heathen.
I did that a few years ago. Do you know what? I'm going to go for the king, but I still think he's a great looking. I just like all like the forest mate, like all the ones that look like Robin Hood. I think he looks great, but I'll go for the king.
I think this was the character I chose for your profile as well, actually, Whittakee, as it happens. Pretty sure it's that guy. But yeah, mostly kings.
King all day.
Okay,
Mainly
yeah.
because of the helmet in it.
Right. Babe Knight with Babe versus Rubber Ducky Knight. I think I added the Rubber Ducky Knight because I always thought that these yellow things look like rubber ducks, even though they're not. But that was why I added him, just for fun.
I always thought they were when you said that.
Yeah. I'm going
Again,
for the Boba Fett
If
helmet.
they swap
mate.
helmets, that would be perfect.
I know it's a classic. They come with a classic set, the Custard Castle, and I know I'm going to upset a lot of people here. But what are you doing with the one on the left? What's he doing? Like what
I'm
is
going
that?
with that.
What is that?
And this is what I was talking about for you guys who were interested earlier. This is the space helmet, and it was launched the same year as they launched it for space. They launched it for Castle, so effectively it belongs to both originally. But yeah, this piece I think on top had a lot of issues with breaking and getting damaged.
Painting on them looks like somebody's just got a crayon and just got.
Well, that's a sticker.
Both
stickers,
stickers.
Sticker, yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
In fact, I've got I've got one of those grey bibs here, empty. I don't know whether it's most likely because the sticker fell off it, but I remember thinking they kind of looked. Actually, is it a different shape? I know it might be a different shape. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I don't think chat will be able to see it, but yeah. So I don't know whether it. Yeah. Anyway,
I'd go pink crown knight for me.
And blue, pink crown it.
The red one for me.
yeah, I'm Rubber Ducky as well.
Rubber Ducky as well. But also, why both have tracksuits on? Why? I don't.
Tracksuit. They do both look like babies with bibs as well. So it's a chat. Like on this,
This is a good
Peasant
matchup.
versus the babe.
This is a brilliant matchup.
It's like a
This is really good. I don't know who's responsible for this, but this is a
This is
hard
tough.
choice.
This
Yeah.
is tough.
See, she looks like she could be a pirate minifig. You know.
Yeah.
You can see her with Brickbeard or whatever the hell.
and don't be swayed by the cleavage, guys. Although saying that, they both got it. So
No, it's the lips that's persuaded me, and as it's a family show, I won't say what it reminds me of, but yeah.
I'm going with the peasant because of his potato head piece.
No, he looked too
Yeah.
scary with his little beady eyes. I'm going for the woman.
I'm going for the maiden, the forest maiden, just because of the it's
the
it's
lips
a
are really
fantastic
good.
figure. Very expensive as well these days.
Really?
Well, she only came with the Forestman River Crossing set that I've showed you guys earlier
Yeah.
on. So yeah, I'm going
Right.
with this one. She's a
Look at
very classic minifig.
I don't know. That coin purse is looking quite tempting, but I think you're right. I got to go with the green as well. So, so what were we saying? Green all around?
Yeah.
My vote, yeah.
No.
Oh, you went for the potato guy.
Aye.
Never mind. All right, who's next? See, this guy I added in as well because I just thought his.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
thought, I thought the print on his Christmas sweater was amazing. So, and the green helmet as well. I don't know. This is class. But I don't know.
Cedric all
It
day.
looks like a Timu night. It looks so bad. Like that face print too is ass.
Which one?
Yeah, it is. It is.
On the
fun.
green
On the right, Genghis
It is.
Khan.
I thought he was cool.
It's like
No,
he's doing
no
really
way.
bad cosplay.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it's like I only had green paint at home or whatever.
I see. I saw
Yeah.
Christmas jumper vibes, but this guy on the right, when you see him without the helmet, it kind. This is what Whittakee looked like on the plane over onto Chicago. Oh Christ!
Cedric the
I
Bull
go
all
with that.
day.
Yeah.
That's
Cedric
the
a chrome helmet as well.
Chrome helmet, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
fair
my vote.
There we go. Sorry, green guy. Oh, here we go.
Ooh.
Oh, damn. I'm going
Ooh.
You can't do that. That's illegal, actually. You know, to
Ah.
put
For a,
these two together.
for a first
for
round.
the Batlord.
Yeah, it's illegal, guys.
That's
Go on.
good.
Going on with your mouth, though.
That could have been a final or a semi-final.
She's got one tooth at the bottom, Matt.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
It's Willer all day. It's Willer all day. But it's hard to not pick Basil.
I mean, that
So-
one with the winged helmet is great, but when you put that up, the first thing that caught my eye was her. So I'm gonna have to say,
I want to give you. I want to give you a tiny bit of lore behind this. So essentially, Willa is like Palpatine, you know, pulling the strings on Basil, and Basil
Hell
is
yeah.
essentially just a guy that she's kind of, you know,
Darth Vader.
reincarnated or whatever. It's her Frankenstein monster essentially in the actual Lego lore.
Oh,
So maybe this puts things into perspective. You know, maybe it affects your choice here. But I'm gonna go Willa in that case. Yeah.
I
Oh
actually
man,
like.
Palpatine every day. You
Yeah, I-
explained it in simple
I
terms.
like the Batlord guy. He looks pretty cool. I'm wondering what she won this medal for.
they
But
were together.
yeah, no, this is what I'm saying. I genuinely, I just threw them all in, but then I pressed shuffle anyway.
Yeah.
So they.
Aye, right.
But so Willa the Witch, yeah.
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 Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that
Get
Happy
in.
Meal toy.
What
Get
is that?
in. Babu Frick from the Castle era.
Oh
So,
my god.
I have to throw this up because when I was
Lobster
scrolling through, I was
Is that an
scrolling
official
through
Lego
figures.
figure?
I was scrolling
It is,
through Castle figures, and this popped up, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" I thought I gotta throw it in. I don't know what the hell it is, but
And look who got it matched against.
yeah,
That's a tough fight,
Now
man.
that's a better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Majisto all day.
I'm Majisto.
Yeah.
same.
You want to almost throw a sympathy vote to the whatever the fuck that other thing was, but oh
Wait.
my god.
Oh, what? How do we do the other side then?
You do all the left-hand side first, I think.
That's
Then you do the right.
okay. So it's still Queen for me. I don't really like this thing. It's just a
Queen.
bit weird.
See, I really like the Ghost Knight. I'm going for
Ghost
the Ghost
Knight,
Knight.
yeah. Ghost Knight. It's a CMF kind of take of
2 for 2.
the Fright Nights as well.
I just love his.
It's-
Yeah, it's a bit different as well. I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Good
going
call.
to go the Queen.
Queen wins.
Okay.
Wait, Queen? No, we had 3 for Ghost Knight, didn't we?
Nah, 2. It was 2-2,
What did you say,
and I.
Slurpy?
Queen.
Oh, you.
Oh
little
yeah, I was Queen as well. So yeah.
bunch of queens.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack,
God.
same.
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm gonna go Wolfpack.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Don't matter then.
It's done in then. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the King. I think the
I
detail
would have
on the
gone with
King
the
is
King as
really
well.
good.
But
Really good detail on the King.
It's just cool to see Wolfpack with different colour.
Yeah.
there's got to be more.
Yeah.
There's got to be some more wolf packs.
But that Wolfpack, for me, that Wolfpack looks a bit too Ninjago-y, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the headpiece?
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
headpiece and the detail on the torso, a bit too much, I feel.
Were these from the same CMF?
No, not the same series, but
No,
probably not far apart.
Black Knight.
Boar Knight, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, the Boar Knight.
Oh, really? I was going to go for this silver guy.
I
What?
like
what?
the Grey Knight. I like the Grey Knight, but
You should see. You should see his shield, and also his face print is elite as well.
He looks
Wait.
like he looks like a
what I can
statue,
see
doesn't
there.
he? You could
Yeah.
just put him on the, next to a castle wall, and he's just a statue.
Yeah.
It's a pretty like generic looking. The Grey Knight's pretty generic looking. No offense, guys, but
Yeah.
I like him.
So-
I like it. But
Is that 3 for the Black Knight, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't actually see you guys. I'm just going on.
Release this
Ooh.
one for me.
These are like brothers.
Tax collector. Tax
Tax
collector all the way.
Tax collector, yeah.
oh,
The purple with the grey gloves as well.
It's such a well done figure.
He's slick looking, isn't he? That's 3 for him anyway, I guess. So
It's ginger.
It's your
Ooh.
equivalent to a Sad
Pavel
Ventus hand.
Flynn, come on.
oh, that's a good matchup. The
Like the
ladies
Dragon
of
Knight.
the night.
Lion Knight Queen, the cape just clears.
Yeah. Queen.
linebacker Knight.
I'm going linebacker as well. Actually, I like that shoulder piece. Looks awesome.
So am I.
Really?
But I don't like that other one.
Damn.
Too much going on. Hey,
Rubber ducky your
Thing is,
teapot
we'll go
helmet.
for the king probably, but if it weren't for the helmet,
king.
he's pretty like. Looks
It's
like
the
he's,
king.
I don't know. He looks
It's
like
the
he's
king.
Oh,
I'm going to be really
it
interested to
looks
see
like-
the one.
It looks like he's watching Bleeding whatchamacallit from Harry Potter, and he's a Gryffindor fan.
Yeah.
I'm
The
interested
lady
now
for me.
if Nimble spent like 10 hours picking out 32 figs, and one of my fucking crackpot figures ends up winning it. Like,
Like the rubber ducky one.
yeah.
This has got to be Cedric the Bull.
Yeah.
And then the Bull too.
See, I like the lady.
Again, a little fun fact about the guy on the right. There was 3 sets that you could essentially give him like chrome accessories. So in one set you had the chrome helmet, in another one you had a chrome shield, and in another one you had a chrome sword. So
The chrome shield is
and
unreal.
I think a chrome chest plate as well. So yeah, that guy all the way.
And for the people watching in the chat, we're gonna after this round, we're gonna do the first 2 rounds, and then the next round will be down to the vote. So stay tuned, and we'll see what it drums up for you. So what we got so far? 2 chrome domes.
Well, that's me. Nimble.
No, that's-
I'm going for the green bird again.
Free
Amazing.
chrome domes.
Oh, she's such a classic.
She's good. That's a good matchup.
Yeah. Look at that face as well.
Oh,
This is
Again,
a-
doing me dirty after the last round here.
Sorry, I'm gonna go Willa.
Magisto all the way. Again, a bit of lore.
Palpatine.
Apparently, these 2 were together at some point, in the actual Lego lore. So there you go.
That's why she's only got one.
Palpatine, is this Palpatine and Yoda in like the Lego lore?
What's
It's
that?
Majisto Yoda.
I'm gonna have to go Willa. I like the Majisto. It's a shame they're together, but yeah, I'm gonna have to
She's
go
got
Willa.
that leg print though.
I'm
you
gonna
say-
go. I'm gonna go Majisto. Majisto is the face of Lego Castle,
I know, but
So that's 2 apiece, right? I got the decider.
and that
Yeah.
torso for Majisto in
and
blue.
as you
is-
keep saying about power to women,
The future of our little friendship, Han, is really dependent on this choice now. So,
Look, as much
it
as
all-
I respect that reasoning, I was going to go Majisto anyway, but yeah, I appreciate that.
good man,
Oh,
good man.
what?
Right, now we got to let
Ripper.
the guy, let's let the chat have a vote. Right, how do I get there? Let me get in there. So what are we saying, guys? We got a couple of minutes for this while we
I'm gonna just take a quick.
Oh, let me just see what I haven't closed the last poll
to
yet.
the vote.
So far, Slurpy's Fright Night's got the win. Should we close that poll there? Anybody else want to do any last votes? Do it now because I have to close it.
Oh, it's in the vote thing, is it? It's not on the chat then.
Yeah, it's in YouTube.
Ah, right. Okay.
So we've closed it, and with 33% of the votes, Slurpy's Fright Night takes the win. So fair play. Right. So
Hell yeah.
start a poll. So what are we doing? Are we doing what is it? Blockhead's Killer versus what?
Blockhead's mama. Was that it? Like the Queen piece?
Yeah.
Queen Blockhead.
Blockhead's other half. Literally. Chat vote. Whoops, there's an Owen vote. There you go, guys. It's up. You only got a couple of minutes. We've got to do a quick one. Get those votes in. So Blockhead's Killer, in case you're confused, is the guy in the green. I've forgotten what he's called. And then Blockhead's other half is the Queen, because half of her body is his head. So yeah. Be interesting what comes in on this one, because two great looking figs.
60 40, 57 43.
It's gonna be a quick one, a quick countdown. Incidentally, though, what are we saying in the chat? What are we saying on the panel? I still got to go Ninjago guy.
He's winning 62%.
Yeah.
Don't know. I might go the wolf pack.
Yeah, wolf pack.
Aye.
Wolf pack.
Yeah, Wolfpack.
Wolfpack.
Oh, there you go. So
56 to 44. Pretty close then.
yeah, it'd be interesting. What we'll do for the final vote is we'll all vote, and we'll let the poll be a vote. So the winner from the poll becomes a vote as well. So it's just kind of nail biting them, because there'll be 6 essentially. So
it's now 50-50.
Oh, really?
I voted on the Queen by mistake, so you can, just to add to the tension and to add to the drama of things.
I wish I could vote. It won't let me vote on my own polls. That's crazy. Come on, guys. Let's count it down. 50 set. We're on. What's the time? 57 minutes past. I'm going to give it till 58, and then it's closing. And if it's a 50-50, then we're going to decide. Oh, it's up and down. It's up and down.
55-45.
Get on it, guys. Only 11 votes. How many watching?
14.
Fake fans.
Come on, guys. 3 more votes. The lurkers, the twerkers. Get in there.
11 votes in. Blockhead's Killer. Now on the lead.
A murderer.
We all love a murder.
Although, to be fair, he wasn't the one who killed Blockhead.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he just tried to.
Distraction.
You tried to.
Blockhead's failure of a killer. Right, it's 58. We're closing the poll. There you go. So,
yeah, Blockhead's Killer 55%.
Yeah, well done. There you go. He goes through. All right. Who we got next? Ooh. So what am I calling this guy?
Boar Knight.
Purple guy?
Boar Knight.
Boar Knight versus Tax Collector.
Boar Knight, Tax Collector, yeah. Official names would be better, wouldn't it?
It's tax Collector to easy.
I don't know. The detail on, I don't know. The detail on the Boar Knight is spot on, and the shield again. Given with the shield, he's a good competitor there.
Yeah, the shield's elite.
Is it boar as in BOAR?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like his shield is like a red boar, like a pig.
It's open, guys. Get in there. Boar Knight, Tax Collector. straight in with a tax collector vote. Somebody. So yeah, what are we saying around the room? I'm still gonna go tax collector. I think that purple, that kind of, it's almost a sand purple. Is it? Is that sand purple?
It's a normal purple, I think.
What are we
It's
doing?
just
Giving
normal
it like
purple.
3 minutes?
But the legs are in sand blue, I think.
Yeah. And I've seen quite a lot of people actually combine these with that new Serpent Knight, because the Serpent Knight has the purple sort of textures and create their own factions, which is pretty cool.
I've seen a lot of Bricklink Designer Program entries with these guys being used as as a custom like desert faction, for example, with just knights using those torsos and legs. So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing.
A cape as well. I don't know. A cape just does things for me. Don't know.
It just elevates a minifig beyond a one without it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, guys. If ever you need to know, a cape does it for Nimble. So
yeah. Hopefully, my missus is watching.
Oh.
Right, so
should be wearing that and the yellow outfit later.
Should be dressing up as a tax collector.
HMRC here, knocking on your door.
I'll be running off.
I don't know. I'm really. I think it is the tax collector. But the more
we've had 12 votes, and it's 50-50.
The more I look at the metal guy, the more I look at the Boar Knights, I'm seeing like all the studs and the metal and stuff on it. I don't know. It does look pretty. And that helmet is. I've never seen that helmet before. Have they used that anywhere else?
Oh, so many times.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Skeleton Knights and Undead Knights usually with this.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Should we call it? Or is there a leader at the moment? It's not, is there?
It's 50-50.
50-50.
12 votes. Come on, guys. I'm going to give it 10 seconds.
12 votes.
7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to do the voting for you. Otherwise, 3, 2, 1. You two slow guys.
Oh, it's changed. It's changed.
54%
54% to the Boar Knight. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a close call. Whoever was that woke up last minute. Well done. Right. Oh. Right. Let's get this one in.
This is
so what we got?
Kettlehead. Come on.
Yes. What we call him? Kettlehead.
The Kettlehead King.
Like I say, he's voting for Gryffindor.
Did this king come in the chess set? Yeah. That like chess. Men they used to do those like Lego video games in the 90s, like Creator.
Yeah.
Like, did he not come in one of them?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
Yeah, must have.
The one
I know he was in Lego Racers.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one from the 90s.
Poll is up, guys. 2 minutes. Giving you 2 minutes. You got the Kettlehead King, Girl Power Knight.
Head King.
What are we saying on the panel for this one? Then, I'll go from top to bottom. So, yeah, I was gonna say I actually like the Kettlehead personally. Slurpy, what are you saying?
The king.
Whittakee.
The Knight for me.
Knight. Yoda.
Kettlehead King.
Majisto.
Well, if Nimble has a thing for capes, I've got a thing for chrome gold and chrome silver. It's my thing. So yeah, I'll go with that. And I know for a fact my missus is watching. So yeah, you know.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's running away with it at the moment.
I was going to say he's
a British person is streaming in Lego City.
That's 12 votes. Hey. That's pretty much all we've been getting anyway. So let's call it there, and let's put Kettlehead in it. We ain't going to get many more votes to sway that away. So
no, 75.
Oh! I don't think I'm coming out of this one winning. Yeah, I don't think so.
So what what am I looking at? I'm looking at obviously Majisto.
Cedric the Bull.
Genghis Khan.
Just appreciate the detail on Cedric's face and the fact that his pants, the belt, is printed on
Yeah, I'm only
on
noticing
the,
that. Like,
on the minifig legs. So
hip curtain, like.
See, I have to say, it's some with the Majisto one. There's something cute about this figure. So.
aw, thank you.
I'm going.
The other one, with the just the plain and the dress piece was but this one looks a little bit more. I don't know, just cutie.
It is a pretty plain minifigure if you think about it. He's got obviously no leg printing, no arm printing wasn't a thing, and he's got a peasant torso and just a plain kind of head as well. So could be better.
This is Lego Castle though, like that.
He does.
Majisto is Lego Castle.
Flying on a green dragon, across a poster. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, perfect.
I was
need anything else.
I know Majisto, this is going to hurt a little bit because your profile pic is based on this version beard at least. But I think I prefer the more updated beard, the one that just kind of, the one that's we've got on this kind of backdrop or whatever.
I love this beard. It's so.
I like this beard more. The old one.
Yeah, I don't prefer the new one, but
the Gandalf beard is what you're thinking. Is what I know the one. Like, it's just skinny. It's I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know the you can see the definition of the moustache in it better, and obviously there's no kind of sideburns. So this one looks a bit too Father Christmassy for me. Didn't they use this as well?
Yeah. This was polluted, and every Santa had this slick for a long time.
Yeah, and that's definitely not a Santa beard. Santa beard.
Remember when they put out a Santa with just a pirate rag on top of his head and this beard?
Oh yeah,
quite funny.
Bandana. Well, I was going to say this looks more like Saruman's beard. I would say.
Yeah, ish. The Saruman one, I think it was more like pointy. A bit more
I guess
aggressive,
so,
kind of. But still close, yeah.
So it's been 2 minutes, and we've had 9 votes, and Majisto's winning 70 to 30. 10 votes.
Well, we've had 11 to 12 votes in the past, so we've got to wait for it to get there. But I don't. We're on 11 votes now. Cedric can't catch that.
27.
So we'll end that one, and Majisto takes it.
Yeah, Majisto.
Very surprised, but I'll take it.
It pains me that does. Right. Ball Knight's my favourite, but Majisto deserves it. That fig just, elite.
Right.
I feel like this is a very good comparison. This is a good competition here because they are kind of on a similar level of detail and kind of overall level of quality.
Yeah, well said. I'd go the Wolfpack myself, but it's hard to it'd be hard to argue the toss between the pair. You can see both sides to each fig.
I think
polls up, guys. Get in there. And let us know in the chat. Whittakee, I don't know if you want to call out some chat. Let us know what people are thinking, what people are saying out there, if anything.
Yeah, I'm watching them. They're not really saying much in the chat at the moment, so
no, that's
probably just voting, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, if let's do a round robin on this one as well. We'll start from the bottom this time. Majisto, where are you going?
I'm going to go with the Boar Knight purely because, again, the Wolfpack just looks a tad bit too modern, a bit too Ninjago-y, maybe a bit too piratey. He's got a full-on belt, on his waist. So yeah, Boar Knight. Pains me to say it, but yeah, Boar Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Nimble. Not doing very well in the vote.
Wolfpack 100% for me. I get Majisto's points. It does look a bit unrealistic for what a Wolfpack member's supposed to be, but that doesn't mean it's not fucking cool. I just love it.
Yeah.
I love the fact green. Like, I love the color change for Wolfpack. It's mint.
Yeah, wolf pack for me. Like the little wolf on his chest.
Same for me, Wolfpack.
Cool, blimey, this is definitely a landslide.
Yeah, I'm going to go Black Knight just to be a dick, but I do actually like it. I gotta say.
So 12 votes,
guys hear me?
92% to the Blockhead's Killer.
That's the channel law, though. You know.
Yeah.
Biased. Also, he's like.
Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Single dual molded arm, like that's cool. Like Chad, this guy doesn't even need two. He's that cool.
Right, sorry guys, I lost everything for a second there. Let me. So what are we? What are we? Oh, Blockhead's just like cleaned that one out, haven't he?
Yeah, 13 votes, 85% to Blockheads.
But I love that.
Yeah, next time we do this.
On the Black Knight.
Next time we do this, guys, remind me to either give someone my YouTube access or send the bracket over to them, because it's a friggin' nightmare trying to do all three at the same time. Right, Blockhead, Killer.
Oh, another one.
Oh, Majisto here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can sense there's not many Kettlehead King fans in the chat, so yeah.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think Majisto's gonna take it for me on this one.
Yeah, on me.
And me.
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep.
Yeah.
Let's see what the chat's thinking, and then I think that should be it. Then we should be down to the final one on this round, and then we should be able to do a bit of voting ourselves for a bit. Oh, let's start that poll off. Have I done that right? Yeah, Majisto. Cat-led King, Majisto's. Get him in, guys. Oh, 4 votes, 100%. Are we going to get a clean sweep on a fig? Let's get a clean sweep on a fig, shall we?
Five votes now, 100%.
9 votes.
9 votes.
10 votes.
10 votes.
Yeah, 100%. I think we might as well just call it.
Yeah, we gotta end it there. But if somebody threw a whopper in it, we didn't want to see that 100%.
Oh, 2 people have voted.
I feel like I was gonna say I feel like that was Muttley just to be gangster, but anyway.
13 votes and it's 85% to 15.
Oh my god!
Is this the final?
Oh,
the semi-final?
Oh.
Right, what are we?
It's a no-brainer, guys. It's a no-brainer. Essentially, the one on the left, if you think about it really hard, the one on the left is not a castle fig. Think about it.
No, you're not allowed to sway us.
I'm just putting things. I'm not putting things in your head, but just think about it really hard.
But also, the one on the left is also in one of Slurpy's videos. So.
He's in one of the.
He is, yeah.
I should do a wee animation with Majisto some stage.
Is he not classed as castle then? No.
No, I'm joking. He is, obviously.
Yeah. No,
he is a TFF figure.
No, he's trying everything.
I'm doing my best.
Right. So this is vote for your semi-finalist. So we've got Majisto. I'm putting Majisto on the top this time, just in case we got bots. Majisto and
a bit late for Papa Rex here, but he's got come on Kettlehead. No, sorry, he's gone.
Is he on that potato internet? Pure lag there.
Right, so vote for Majisto or for Blockhead's Killer. Whoa, I think this one's going to be a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
Anyone who votes for Majisto can grab some free rubricable instructions from my rubricables. So, yeah. Not trying to sway the vote.
That's a good. That's a good point, actually. I'm glad you brought that up, because I meant to say I've had a chance to thank everybody. I guess it's not in person as such, but I've had a chance to thank everybody else either in person or indirectly through a stream. But just want to do a shout out to Majisto. We gave lots of shout outs at the time, but just now that you're here, kind of in the flesh, as it were. And thanks for offering up that prize where we had a couple of people that offer up different prizes when we were doing the charity 48-hour charity streamathon for the California Fire Foundation back in February last year. February this year, and Majisto offered up some rebrickable instructions as a kind of a prize for anybody making a donation. So appreciate that. It was a fantastic thing. I've got them. I made a donation, so I've got them as well, even though I was sent them. But you know what I mean. So I will be doing that. I've actually got the set, but I still haven't opened it. So eventually I'll do it.
Just let everyone know that we've had 12 votes and it is 50-50.
It is.
Oh my days.
I'm not panicking just yet, but it is fairly close. Also, Han, if you want to do anything else in the future similar to that, I've got a bit more merch now to give away, so I'm happy to
Oh wow! No, I'd appreciate that, mate. Hey, look, what I will say is this, right? I am thinking of doing the same again because we got a lot of feedback on it. Really helped the channel, but also more importantly, we raised lots of money for charity. But I think people liked having somewhere to go for that because there was a person, Haley's Bricks, I think it was, who was doing a 48-hour stream every year up until that year, and she just didn't happen to do it last year or this year. So whether it was because I did it, because I actually asked her if she wanted to get involved and she never replied, but I probably not, probably just busy. But I'm glad I did it because there did end up being one later in the year when they normally do it. So I'm thinking of trying to do it every year and trying to bring it back. So I will need support with that though. So of course, guys on the panel, I know Majisto, you just offered to help, but even if it's just time, doing some streams, because obviously it was a big piece of work for me to do. And I'm thinking we could do it potentially the weekend before Bricktastic, potentially, because that's the week I've got off. But we'll talk about it some more closer to the time. But yeah, we need to pick out a charity and get some prizes up for grabs and that kind of thing. So yeah.
I don't think we're going to get any more votes. 13 votes change. So Majisto's just taking it with 54%.
Love it.
Time to close it off, boys.
Yeah, let's close that one. Let's select his nibs. There we go. So that should take us over to the other set of brackets now. So we've got here
Tournament Night on the left, which is basically the Raven
Knight. Raven Knight, yeah.
Versus Pink Crown.
Yeah, I like this one. This was in a CMF, wasn't it? Because she got these midi legs.
Yeah.
Both were in the CMF, yeah. I think the Raven Knight during the pandemic, so it's a bit more limited. And the prices for this one actually are crazy for them.
That's mental. I remember just picking this one up randomly, being that's pretty cool looking. But I'm going with Raven.
Yeah, so with this one, guys, in terms of voting, because obviously it'll work slightly differently. I mean, these guys, the way it's worked out, I didn't realize it was going to work like this. It's kind of shit that it's done it like this. I think I probably should have put more on the other side, because it means that these guys on the left have gone through a lot more rings to get here. So I kind of ballsed it up, or I thought it was going to organize it for me when I shuffled it. So we've had like double the amount of contenders on this side.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it did say it'll automatically reshuffle it for me. So I just assumed, I think it just meant the characters. I thought it was going to level the playing field a little bit. So that's, to be fair though, that's not particularly intuitive of this website. So I do apologize, guys, that's kind of goofed it up a little bit.
There'd be a few more figures than this, actually, to be honest. But
well, we tried to. You've got to keep it to a certain amount to be able to match up. And actually, the way we did it wouldn't have worked because you have to do it in multiples. So it's got to be 1 times 2, 2 times 2, 4, 8, 16, 32.
16, I think, isn't it?
So after 32, would have had to go to 64 to be, a completely equal bracket. But if I had. I didn't know how long it was going to take us as well, if I'm honest. I thought perhaps, with all the other content, we might be running close for time. So, but yeah, if I thought about it, I probably should have put a few more on the other side, but it is what it is.
Not to worry, it is what it is. Let's just go. Yeah.
But what I'll do is we'll do this first round between us. So these 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds on the panel, and then we'll go back to the voting out there. So stay with us, guys, and we'll let you get some votes in again very soon. So, Majisto, start us off, mate. Where are you going?
Raven Knight. it's a spectacular. Although I don't like yellow in Castle, as you probably know by now. I think this one just works very, very well.
Nimble?
Yeah, Raven Knight clears.
Yeah, I mean, I must admit, I did catch the bit about the Yellow Castle, which I found quite funny. But yeah, Raven.
Or Raven.
I was the only one. I actually like this little pink knight girl. I would have gone for her, but okay. Winner's the winner. Ooh. Oh, I see that helmet again now. Right, okay. What kind? I've never seen a cape piece like used like that, where it kind of bunches up around the neck. That's pretty cool.
It is a different cape because obviously she's a falconer, so she has to have. She comes with a falcon mold, like animal. Yeah. So
yeah, that's like again, that's a shame that they haven't got that included because that's that's part of the minifigure.
Her arm has to be clear so that the falcon can land on it. For me, it's the falconer all day. I do like the new Griffin Knights, and again, it doesn't show the shield here, but the shield's cool. But that falconer is it's fantastic. I love the red as well, the contrast of colours.
Yeah, what I say is that. Sorry,
the Griffin Knight in the red, or like does he have red detail, or is that brown, reddish brown, or whatever?
It's like dark red, like a
oh, it is, yeah. I thought it was brown.
Burgundy, sorry.
Okay, yeah, but because in this picture at least it does look very brown, a bit boring if you ask me. Yeah.
The only thing I was going to say is if we ever do this again, I'll probably take stock images from like Google instead, where I can get the accessories. But the problem is with that is then they're all going to be different sort of shapes. Well, these are anyway, but different shapes and sizes. But that is annoying that we didn't have the accessories. But okay, I got to go with the Falconer. That cape piece does it for me. And the different color black boots, brown boots as well, slightly different color brown to the rest of the brown, which is an unusual thing for Lego. They normally go kind of all one brown, and that's
I'm pretty dual molded pieces. Like what? Well, I'm assuming the legs are dual molded, but like the arm as well.
Is the other knight? Is that dual molded legs as well?
No,
did I think
it's just a print.
But the print's good though.
Yeah, I nearly went for that, but I've just noticed the dual molded arm. Yeah.
Look how cohesive that print is on the guy, the chainmail that comes down. It's just it's like flawless.
It is good. I nearly went. Yeah, I'll go for the.
You know what he's missing though? You know what the knight's missing is a logo. I'm sorry, like, he's just missing.
Who you rapping like? Who you rapping?
What clannery?
I'm gonna be honest. If you guys wouldn't say that it's the Griffin Knight, I wouldn't know that it's the Griffin Knight.
Yeah.
It's just a very generic kind of looking knight.
Falconer then?
The Falcons.
Oh, good matchup.
Yeah, tough one. Ooh. Very tough.
The Beastmaster is above and beyond for me. Especially it comes with that wolf.
Yeah.
But that cape is just. There's something different about that cape. It's a lovely cotton feel as well. It's very thick. And just look at the shaping of it. He just looks menacing. Whereas the Kraken Knight, it's fantastic colours, but that Wolfpack cape is menacing.
You almost feel like the CMF minifigures get different treatment to the set ones because, you get dual molding arms and dual molded legs on the Beastmaster.
The Kraken Knight just kind of gives me like Skyrim vibes. Like I was very close to like maybe choosing it, but the Beastmaster is just. I never picked one up. I was just like I don't see the hype, and I'm like I regret everything.
Yeah, I'll bring it on, mate.
Oh, that's the one that just sold out straight away, wasn't it? No one could get him.
Yeah. It was difficult to find one in multiple Asdas that I went to.
I think if the Kraken Knight was in a different against someone else, then he probably would have gone through. But Beastmaster.
I like the helmet. I like the helmet piece, and I like the way you can have like the kind of bandit or the highwayman kind of neckerchief thing, and it's still fit with the helmet. That's pretty cool.
Could almost
seems a
stick
bit
a wee ginger beard in there, and that could be a Viking. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I was going to say, yeah, it's a very Viking vibe. Plus, the color scheme on this, I think, is really good as well. Underrated.
I feel like it's a bit redundant that the guy has got 2 eye holes, but he's wearing an eye patch. So it's like,
Yeah.
Horse
Smart.
patch. Lego just free him whenever they could. Like,
So we saying the wolf guy all round?
Yeah.
Oh, this is difficult.
This is the last one I think I threw in myself, which is this guy on the right. Because do you know what? He reminds me of the guy on the right. He reminds me of what is the Game of Thrones? You know, the guy at the very end when he fights his brother, Clegane, and
The Mountain.
The Mountain, yeah, but the kind of evil version of him. The eyes, they look like him staring through that helmet, like dead eyes.
And this is sort of supposed to be like a modernized version of Basil, I think, who we had.
Yeah, you remember when I said, it's the Frankenstein monster made by Willa. This is kind of what it goes to, or the fact that he's maybe like part the vampire or something like that.
And this is like this cape, and it matched on this Basil is sick.
It reminds me of.
This is a plastic one, right?
No,
it is a plastic one. It is a plastic one.
Is it the cape?
Yeah. It is a plastic one. Plus, it's dual side. Well, different side is differently printed, similar to
You can see it's like a greyish, silvery on the other side. Isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
just
back.
Just like Grievous, but Grievous's was a cotton one, a fabric one. But yeah, this just knocks it out the park in my opinion. Both are really good, but this one is just
I mean, I like the goat herder, and it came with a goat for years, didn't it? But Basil for me just looks great.
I just want to rep the common folk.
I'm gonna go goat herder as well. Coming with that goat that goat mold is and this was such a handy fig for me to get for peasants for Bluestone. So this holds a special place in my heart. So goat herder.
Plus, he's got a sleepy head. He's just chilling like.
He's whistling away, isn't he? Like,
casting spells and dying, and he's
Basil. If I was a kid, I'd be playing with him a lot.
So that puts it on you then, Majisto. What are you saying?
I wanted to ask chat, but do whatever you want to do. I think it's worth, because it's a fairly fresh CMF as well. I think it's like 2 or 3 series.
Majisto, I voted for Majisto last time, so
I know you did. I've got my vote ready. You won't be disappointed, but I just wanted to know what the chat thinks. But I think.
Should we check it in? Let's check it in as a poll, then, since it's quite close. Let's check it in as a poll.
Ooh,
I mean, we're going to be doing polls after this anyway. So, start poll.
Well, if he's gone for Basil, that's 3 out of 2, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm going with Basil. I am going with Basil, yeah. But I really want to know what chat thinks, because again, this is a very close match. Both, with dual molded legs, both with arm printing, just a cape. We both know what capes do to Nimble, so let's see what they do for chat.
Okay, so look, it is Basil, but we'll do this one just purely out of curiosity. But the next vote, the next round, guys, will be back to voting in the chat. So we'll warm you up with this one. Get your fingers working again, ready for the next round. Seems close though. Let's put him through while that's going on.
It is close. Oh,
there we go. So this will be
60, 54, 60, 54. Got back at 60 for Basil.
It looks like Basil. Ooh, wow.
55, 45, 60, then back to 55, 45.
16 people watching. We still got a couple maybe willing to put the vote in.
Basil just did, didn't he? It's basically 2 votes ahead with Majisto's and the chat.
Fair.
Right. So this is for the chat now, is it? To vote?
Raven Knight versus the Falconer.
Good
I'm
match
going
as well.
Falconer.
This is a big matchup. This would divide quite a lot of the castle community, I think. I think the Raven Knight would edge it.
You reckon? Because I think the Raven Knight, similar to the Griffin Knight, is a bit too plain. He would need a crest on his chest, maybe, you know.
See, I'm in agreement with you,
Like
Matt,
full
but I
castle
think the
to me.
castle community
Knight.
just go nuts for it, don't they?
Yeah, they are for some crazy reason, but yeah. And also the fact that the Falconer has an exclusive torso to this CMF. You can't get that torso anywhere else. Is spot on that as well.
Yeah, true.
I think it looks like it's the Raven Knight so far.
Yeah. 67%.
Sorry, is the chat voting on this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, they
yeah,
get right. Oh, cool, that's muted.
Cool on, you muted, mate. Still muted.
There you go.
Yeah, sorry, mate. No, I was going to say with this one, the next few now will be votes from the chat, but then the final will be the vote. Sorry, the chat will be one vote out of sort of 6 of us, so it could get dicey.
I like the red hands as well.
But what we'll do is we'll do the poll for the final. We'll do the poll in the chat first before we give any of our opinions, because I don't want anyone to be swayed by what they think we want to hear. So we'll make it really kind of, and then we'll close theirs, so we got their vote, and then we'll go in with our vote.
So it's 58% for the Raven Knight at the moment with 12 votes.
12 votes. Last second, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Raven Knight it is. I was surprised at that. I honestly thought that Falconer was going to be in the final.
Big Black Falcons fan, but that's a go down.
It could have been a final.
I'm going to lose this one. Well, it depends on the chat, what the chat thinks.
It's the chat one now, yeah. So you guys can have your say, of course, but I'll put the vote in while you're doing that.
I think these are the two best minifigures in the modern castle era. Like, hands down, both of these are just superb.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Wolfpack Beastmaster could be the fig of the year out of all Lego figures for this year.
I think both of these just knock it out the park. Absolutely.
I think, personally, to me, I know the Beastmaster is very popular, but it's just Basil all the way for me.
I might say
I kind of
I just like the wolf face, like the face of him, like ooh,
howling like a wolf.
Howling.
I could use the Vampire Knight in my Halloween
lunatic,
stuff as well, so pretty cool.
That helmet is pretty sweet as well. I gotta say, I haven't seen that. Has that been used anywhere else before? Is that a one-off?
No, one-off. Exclusive.
See, it's taken me a while to get used to that newer Basil headpiece, because the old one is like, it's so iconic and all.
Yeah. I mean, I like the original one as well, Basil, but this one does. But both
of them have a lovely
it's going to be. I mean, it's 9 votes at the moment, and it's 67% to the Wolfie. So
9 votes. We're looking for 12 votes before we start thinking about closing it.
Message for you there, Majisto from Smokey. Hey, Majisto, thrilled for you to be here. Thanks for forcing the dudes to talk castle. We've done castle. Me and you, Slurpy, didn't we? We did a castle one before.
Yeah. No doubt. But we did one that was pretty funny. We did an episode whenever Smokey was on. Remember, That just divulged into Cool Hand ranting about.
Oh God, I was away on holiday watching that.
So I think I mentioned the Black Castle back then as well, and I and the dwarfs dungeon, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I gave Smokey PTSD, I think, talking about castles. So I think they came into this one like very, very, very cautiously.
I think it's 8 votes. 8 votes.
You're not voting. Come on. There's 14 votes. There's 17 in there.
Well, Smokey, listen.
Yeah,
if me being more on the show means talking more castle, then I'll drive down Wales and speak to Han directly if need be. We'll sort that out.
I passed 20 castles on the way and give you votes on them. Like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
do my little tier list of Welsh castles.
There's loads of people that love castle, so.
And if anybody watching from the States, if anybody watching from the States is listening to Majisto and is kind of confused by the accent, because even I think some of the people on the panel are. So we've got like half North Walian and half Liverpudlian or something like that, or half Scouse. Is that what I'm detecting?
Yeah, so I've been called a Scouser, a Welshman a couple of times. I get that in work a lot. I've been called a Dutchman a couple of times as well for some reason. Yeah, don't know where that's coming from, but yeah, there's a mix of a couple things there. And I live in Cheshire, so I live kind of close to Liverpool and to Wales. So yeah, there's a mix of all. But yeah, I'm originally Polish, so there you go. That's probably where it's coming from. That little twist.
So there is some Eastern European in there as well, right? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I just thought that's what it sounded like when you mixed North Walian with Liverpudlian. But,
right.
Yeah,
okay.
so
It's been over 3 minutes, and it looks like it's Wolfie with 57%.
Love it.
Wolfie.
Well done,
right,
chat.
let's call it the chat knows. But I'm sad. This is the first one I'm like, begrudging pressing the button.
I'm gutted. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's
so now where are we up to now? So we're into
the semi-final.
Yeah.
So whoever wins this goes up against Majisto, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is a chat.
I'd be very surprised if it's not Wolfie on this one.
All right. It's the last chat vote that decides it. Okay, if that makes sense. So we got Wolfie again. Wolfie McWolferson. And what's that knight called again?
Raven Knight.
Let's see if people are going to be raving about this night. Hey.
I knew the Martins would laugh. They love these dad jokes on this show.
Oh, that's good. I thought there's come up with it. I was holding myself back a little bit, but I thought there's going to be a little market for that. So yeah, good.
These pair are always at it.
I suppose somebody haven't said it's been a good night tonight.
Wait, what, Smokey? What are you saying? You never got a proper starring? Did you not feel like you were a proper guest on the show? Let me know what you wanted, what we didn't do. I mean, you got to see me rant. That's pretty typical. So
we got you on the live show in Brickworld as well.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry about that, Smokey. I don't know what. I'm pretty sure you've mentioned that before, but I don't know what we didn't do. So apologies for that, but let me know and we can certainly get you back on.
That's the night.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, guess that's right. I mean, these guys on the right have had a better shot at it, really. But at the same time, when you think about it statistically, they've also had it harder as well because
tough
yeah.
I think
just because
I'd say it's pretty flawless. Like, you know.
I was going to say not only that, but I mean, chances wise, it's still roughly about the same.
Like there might have been much less options on this right hand side, but the options have been better. Like these figs have all been. There's been a handful where there could be, semi-finalists, finalists, and it wouldn't have been that much of a shock.
I never asked the proper question. Which one? What's your name and where'd you come from? Because I haven't done that for ages. Or
Used to do
Crocs
that.
or no Crocs? Because I haven't done that either.
No, that's something that been.
Is
that's
that an actual
kind of
question on the
disappeared,
show?
Thank God.
Used to be, yeah. We just kind of it fell out of favor for whatever reason. We moved in
Well,
different directions.
For the record, no fucking Crocs. Not a chance.
Yay!
Oh, rip.
Nice
No.
one.
No.
Crocs for the win.
No need for Crocs in the world.
No.
Comfort is key.
Well, did you guys see that Liam did a shoey last night? Because we got him up to from 2 to 30 subs during the live stream, and
Did you do a
he said he'd
shoey
do a
out?
shoey. If he,
Guys, that's more.
I said to him, do it out of Crocs, but no, he did it out of some old shoe that he found, and he did it like a half of can of beer. So fair play to him.
We're going to call it then.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
64%. There's a few. They have 67% now.
Yeah, it's won it, hasn't it?
Yeah. I think that was
Yeah,
a bit
he's not gonna
obvious.
catch up
But
from that, is
it's
it?
nice to see the Raven Knight or Custard Knight got a few votes.
So this is the final now, isn't it?
Yeah.
This will be the final. So what we'll do is we'll let the poll do it. We'll have we won't talk about the figs. We'll talk about something else so that the guys can have an honest vote and not feel like they're, blowing smoke up each other's ass. So, all right, there we go.
Nice final.
This is it, guys. We won't talk about the vote. We won't talk about the figures. We'll talk about what's everybody got planned. What's everybody got planned this week on the panel?
Work,
Yeah.
Yeah.
living the dream.
Well, eventually, even though I reported it in April, on Wednesday, I'm having my window fixed.
Hey.
But unfortunately, they're also changing the front doors. So I'm not going to have, after 14 years, I have a cat flap. So.
Well, I hope
Oh, that's right. And she said she wouldn't. Did she say she wouldn't put one in because you shouldn't have a pet anyway?
Well, she knew I
That's
had
fair
pets
enough.
because that's why I moved in, because it had a cat flap. But yeah, she's basically saying, was it? She turned around and said, "Well, when you lost your your cat, you shouldn't have really replaced it." And I was like, "Well, we had a conversation where you said, was I going to replace it, and it was fine." So
Yeah, that's bizarre. That is. I
Well,
mean, it's not like
with
they've written into a contract that when they die, you just can't replace them.
But what she don't realise is that it's part of the law that they brought it in that you are allowed to have pets now and stuff, and they shouldn't stop you. Ever since COVID, especially for
Really?
people living on their own because of loneliness and stuff.
Mm.
Well, Whittakee, I hope that appointment doesn't go out the window.
I just got a funny feeling that she's trying to make it to get rid of me. But there you go.
Well, it wouldn't be perfect.
It's sad that
no.
you've lost your pussy flap, which is thanks, Liam.
That's comment of the night.
Oh, class. Sorry. Probably just woken Kirsty up laughing like that. Oh, it's covered in dust now.
How many have we got in there? 15, and we've only had 8 votes, so 9 now.
What
Right,
are we
we'll
doing here?
We'll give it a couple of minutes and then we'll close it off and then we'll have our say. And then it's going to be good night time then, guys, because we are coming up on
Cream crackered.
coming up on midnight. Yeah, it's been a bit of a late one. It was worth doing though because
Oh,
I
it's good
probably
work.
overdid it.
We started
Overcooked
an
a lot of
hour
the content.
later anyway, didn't you? So that's fine.
We don't
We've picked
always
the
do
ultimate
Cats either, so when we do it, we have to do it big, don't we?
Mm.
Have to
No,
do it
that's true.
properly.
Right, guys, what are we saying? Oh, the Wolfie's pulling away there.
Before we
votes.
go to the vote, I really need to ask Slurpy. Slurpy, is that just a back wall or a backdrop of actual boxes, or are those just fronts of boxes?
I'm not telling you. I don't tell it. No,
Right.
it's
It's a collage.
it's
Screen.
But do you know what? For ages, months and months, I thought that was all different, but no, it's just a collection in it of
He's cut them all out of Argos magazines and stuck them on a piece of cardboard so his mum knows what sets he wants.
So is that his Christmas wish list, essentially? Yeah.
That's a good one. Hey.
Yeah, if you look down in the corner, one of them's got a big black X through it. It's like, right, got that one out. Stick something else on there. Jesus.
Fuck it out.
Oh, so
That's his way of showing his backlog.
like you didn't know what. She's not heard of cat flaps. Okay. they haven't heard, of cat flaps.
Christ. Guys, we got 10 votes. We got 14 heads. How many heads in? 14 heads?
Yeah.
There might be some
Listen,
watching
we
on
get
the screen though, mightn't there? In bed.
I know, but
For
we've
anyone
been getting up to
didn't
12
vote,
votes.
please,
it's been on for 3 minutes.
Nobody said goodnight to us.
Aye.
We've been up to 12 votes. We've even had 14 votes at one point, and we haven't had anybody say goodnight to us. So they're either gone off the stream.
Earlier.
Oh, did he? Oh, we'll let him off.
Wolfie's just took a bit of a lead.
One more vote, guys.
Then
Come on,
we
let's
got
get that
a
one
vote
more
as well,
vote.
though, haven't we, on this one? So
Yeah, so this class is as one vote.
yeah.
So it looks like it's Wolfie.
Ooh,
Yeah,
But it's
got
been
it.
four-
We got
it's- yeah,
13
it's
in.
been 4 minutes and it's for 69.
It's crazy,
Really?
isn't it? How we've been voting all night, and yet it still takes me to say, "Come on, guys, vote," for people to actually vote.
aye. You guys are slack.
yeah.
No offense.
Well, we've got 16 in now. Come on. And only 13 votes. 3 more people.
We'll leave it on Slurpy's favorite number, 69, and that puts Wolfie. That gives Wolfie one vote, right?
Okay.
So
Good.
we'll start with our guest, of course, and you can elaborate a little bit more on this, on your choice if you want, since it's the final. Take it away, Majisto. I'll put it back up now.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer for me. As a true OG Blue Wizard, and as an OG Classic Castle fan, it's Majisto. It's Majisto all the way. I know he lacks the detail, but at the time, you got to think about the fact that he's had an exclusive beard, an exclusive hat, an exclusive wand. It was a glow-in-the-dark one. So yeah, an exclusive theme or line or faction, whatever you want to call it. Dragons introduced in his favor. Yeah, Majisto.
Sorry, Mark. Dude, back off.
Hey, man.
I'm pressing you to push a button.
No,
you carry
we're
on. I know
repping
you're
the merch
streaming
too. At least you could do is vote.
And guys, while we're on the subject of that, Mark's stream over on his Brickworld channel will be kicking off. Is it 2 a.m. our time? 2 hours? I can't remember the time.
I think so, yeah. It's 2 or 3 a.m.
We'll be in
Go
bed.
and check it out, guys. Go do a bit of a stream raid over there. Give yourself a break in between if you're in the US, especially. Go and check that out. What are we talking about in tonight's show anyway, Mark? Let us know. Go on then, Nimble. We'll go from the bottom.
This is tough
Same.
because it's my probably favourite fig versus what I think's the best. Majisto is Lego Castle, and he is probably the most recognisable non-IP Lego figure ever. Am I right, Madge? That torso is exclusive as well. Torso was given to like all the peasants, but obviously in different colours. But the blue is exclusive to him. But then that Wolfpack Beastmaster is probably the best detailed figure I've seen for a long, long time. It is really, really tough. I'm gonna have to go. Majisto. Just it's a 51% Majisto, 49% Wolfpack for me. But yeah, Majisto.
So we're 2-1 in favour of Majisto so far. Wait, the vote was Wolfie, wasn't he? In the
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Just double checking. All right. So 2-1 so far. It's on you, Whittakee.
Right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the wolf pack one is very popular, isn't he? In fact, just the whole wolf pack seems to be very what I see seems to be people's favourites. But I think it's gonna be Majisto for me though, because I think this he just looks. I don't know. You see him and you think of castle, you think of and I'm more like wizards and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be Majisto for me. Because personally, I would have rather have had someone else instead of the wolf one there anyway. So it should have been Basil. So it's Majisto.
Right. So
let's just say if Basil was there, I'd be voting for Basil. But yeah, it's Majisto.
So we could call this a tie now, Slurpy. Depending on how we go. So what are you saying?
Yeah, you got.
I'm gonna throw both of these out the window. And
P.S. I've got no plan for a tie. So
no, I'm going.
Bring back Basil.
No, I'm going to Majisto for it. Like just simple. And also because like as a kid I grew up with the Lego. Well, I say grew up. I played the Lego Creator game, and he was the guy that was like, "You dumbass! Lego bricks are supposed to fit like that." He was like the wee helping guide. Like so, I'm gonna go with him. Although the Wolfmaster is peak.
Okay. Well, look, Majisto's won it anyway through pure votes, but I haven't voted for the wolf guy at all yet because I'm not a big fan. I mean, I can see why people like it. It's a great looking fig, lots of detail, and that cape piece is class, absolute class, gotta say. But I don't know. The more I'm looking at this Majisto, the more I'm not liking him. I don't know what it is. I just think a little bit of colouring on the buckle, on the helmet, on the, it's almost like they've made the. It reminds on the helmet, on the hat. It reminds me a little bit of early Jar Jar Binks, where all the detail in the mold, but none of the colouring. So it's.
Could have done with some stars on his hat,
But also, come on, he came with a glow in the dark wand. Like I love glow in the dark Lego.
Oh, well, that tips it then definitely.
And listen, he flies a dragon. If anything, Han, you would appreciate that.
Aye, come on.
What colour was the dragon? Yeah. What colour was the dragon?
He flew one of these, like.
It was green. It was green. Okay.
Well, I'm going to put on my dragon
very
glasses.
Much more like a Welsh dragon, Martin. So. Or Wyvern.
Yeah.
I think that's what we call them.
I'm genuinely really stuck on these two. Wait a sec.
See, Cool Hand's annoyed because wizards are real and Wales isn't. He hates it.
Well, he's won anyway, isn't he? So there you go. That should cheer the host.
Why is Cool Hand dragging this out?
Oh, no. You're not about our jokes.
Oh.
No, do you know what? I was going to do? I was going to ask Kirsty what she thinks, and get a seventh vote in. But I'm really struggling. But I gotta go. I gotta go with the Beastmaster, the Wolf guy. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I don't know. If I saw the two of them in front of me, I think I would pick that one in terms of like putting a fig on my shelf. But sorry, Majisto. But yeah, so Majisto takes it.
Yeah, 4-2.
It's fitting. He is Castle. Fitting. He is Lego Castle.
And we want Majisto to come back, so
Cool Hand doesn't. He wants to find a Wolfpack Beastmaster instead.
I was going to say, it was nice, Cool Hand. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Right. Cool.
Right, let's save that and then What do you know what I did last time on this? I forgot to save it when we did the Star Wars one, and you can take like a picture of it, and I could have posted it, but I forgot to friggin' save it. So now I've got to go back through the stream and remember where we placed everybody, and redo it all before I can post it. So, but no, this is saved. So if anybody wants this image, there he is, the man, the legend.
See, he
For-
cast
no,
a
that's
spell
all right, that
on
was-
us, you know.
What's that?
Majisto cast a spell on us just to vote for him.
I did not use any scrolls this time around. Well, maybe a little one. Who knows? That's going to be my little secret there.
But no, look, it's getting late, guys. We're coming up to midnight, so I know it's not quite 4 hours for the show, but appreciate everybody in the chat who has been voting, sticking with us, getting stuck into those polls, putting some bits and pieces out there. Look, I did say that I was going to flash up some images of some of the sets that you guys selected for your favorite. I didn't get time to do that, but no, appreciate you guys. And look, let us know. Comments after the show are welcome. Likes on the stream. But those comments after the show, guys, I say it every stream, or I have been for the last couple. The comments on the stream are really important to us. Really help the channel out. So once the stream is finished, you can do it almost straight away. Get some comments in there. Let us know how you thought, whether it's just an emoji, well done, good. Even if you want to write crap, it's still a comment. But I'll reply in kind. But yeah, just any ideas on where do we want to? Do you want to do something like this next? Was it too much? Was it too long? Can we shorten it? What kind of thing do you want to see? And obviously we'll do our best to acquiesce, as always. So, but no, look, I'm quite chuffed with how the episode went. So thanks to Majisto, we had another face reveal, and a face reveal from somebody who's shrouded in mystery. So we've had a couple of people on in the past who kind of only exist in the chat, but it's not like, wow, we're unearthing some big secret. It's just, we put a face to the name. But this was, next to Nimble, was probably one of the best in terms of like, wow, we've unbearded the bearded one. Yeah. So really appreciate you coming on.
In the chat, I think I put in there when he came out. I was like, Jesus, this is Cool Hand's dad.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
cool Hand in 10 years, like.
Yeah, Slurpy. Chatting out the chat. Don't give up your day job.
I don't know.
Shit job there.
I tried. Hey.
I was like, come on, you got to say everything, because I was trying to get revenge on Nimble.
I saw it, but
you saw it, did you?
Yeah.
What happens when you take a day off, mate?
I had to work.
Right. So, guys, what I'll say is, so thanks for everybody. Appreciate you, and obviously panel as well. Fantastic show. I really enjoyed it. And I had an education both prior and during, definitely, but I got a very good education prior when I was just learning these little things just from researching, and also an education on like how much work goes into something you don't know that well. It's a lot harder when you kind of don't really know what you're looking for, but a good education. So the only thing I will say is, last thing, did we have any of our thingies in the chat tonight? I don't remember seeing any of them. Did we have? Oh no, I saw Muttley.
Saul makes 10. 10 ought to do it, don't you think? You think we need one more? You think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
Nice, Muttley.
Did we see Muggsy?
We did.
Yeah, he was in.
I need your help. I can't tell you what it is. You can never ask me about it later, and we're gonna hurt some people.
Whose car are we gonna take?
We definitely saw Liam.
Yeah.
G'day. Want a cold
Riley.
one?
Who the hell are you?
Call me Nugget. I've been looking for Walter Riley. Haven't seen him around, have you?
You should have bought a gun instead of a beer, mate.
Nah, I don't need a gun. I've got a donk.
You've got a what? Donk.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
Here's Mark.
Yeah, thank.
high quality programming tonight. Thanks, mate.
You
Good job you
watching?
went on the first 10 minutes. Yeah, I was going to say, glad you weren't here for the first 10 minutes because it was a complete opposite, but there you go. But no, I
You didn't have
appreciate
any
everybody in the chat.
difficulties, did you?
What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
think?
Same as friggin' normal. I'd be more surprised nowadays if we didn't get anything. So, anyway, that is us for tonight, guys. Appreciate you guys. Majisto, do you want to do a quick plug? But before you do, I know Slurpy, when I was kind of off, Slurpy put your link in the chat, but there's no need, guys, because his link for his YouTube and his Instagram is in the description below. They're clickable links. You click them, it'll take you straight to them without losing the stream. But of course, you've got no excuse now because it's ended anyway. So click them, go and do a follow, go and do a sub. And then the same with the hosts. All those clickable links are in the description below. Comments after the chat, after the stream has ended. But Majisto, play us out, mate. What's your parting words?
Thank you very much for the invite. I was a bit nervous at the start, but yeah, you were just so easy to talk to from the beginning. I think Nimble did the groundwork there as well. But yeah, all in all, great program, great show. I'm just very happy to finally speak to you guys, finally be a part of it, and yeah, hopefully I'll be making a return at some point.
100%. 100%.
And we can talk
Right.
if you want to, because I did mention I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. So if you want to talk just Star Wars, I'm happy to just hang along for that as well.
Hell yeah.
I was going to say it's a shame that I was working
100%,
because
yeah.
I was quite looking forward to it because I haven't got any castles apart from, well, I suppose Dungeons and Dragons set fantasy, but yeah, it's a shame because I wanted to talk more about it with you, but I made it.
Catch it on replay, mate, like I do. Catch it on
I'm
replay
going
like
to.
I did the Batman
Yeah.
one and spend all night shouting at the screen. Like, no, that's
Well, I
wrong.
don't do that because I'm too nice.
No, I'm joking. I wasn't like that. But it was quite funny.
You know that Slurpy
Yeah,
after
no,
all
I
that
enjoyed
work
it, but
you
no,
put
thanks,
into
guys.
it.
Ah, no, hey. I didn't
I
appreciate
was
it.
taking the. I was.
I
Taking
know you
I was
are. I
taking
know
the
you're
piss. It
taking
was
the
funny. You cheeky boy. Anyway, right. Good night, guys.
Good night. Have a good one.
It's all right.
Whoa.